You're live.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for joining us for the 5th session of Lawful Stupid's campaign, Isfjell. Before we face whatever terrifying scenarios Tess has planned for us, we do have a couple of announcements. First, we hope you can stick around after this stream ends and join us for another one of our great campaigns, Party Foul, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. GMT. This Sunday, we have the Return to Aeroth, our D&D Advanced game, which starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And then on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, please join us for the newest session of our sci-fi themed campaign, Garden of Eden. Also, we are excited to announce that starting on Tuesday, November 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll be hosting a new weekly game set in the World of Darkness, Chronicle of Darkness system. All the darkness. That's for you. Finally, to all our viewers, followers, and subscribers, we could not do any of this without you. Thank you for your support, and we hope you like what you're about to see.
Far to the north, on the borders of the bitter ice, there lies a harsh and brutal land, a land with no space for the weak or the cowardly. Here, monsters dwell deep beneath the frozen peaks, and warriors venture forth on raids to bring back rare treasures from distant lands. It is a cruel land, but for them, it is home. And when a new threat rises, our heroes must take up arms and place their lives in the hands of Lady Luck, for the sake of their home, for the sake of Isfjell.
And we're back. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Yay. Welcome back. After our week off, we return to the adventures in Isfjell. So, last time, our heroes raced back to the town of Trellbro, seeking to save, everyone in Trellbro, but particularly Cressara's sister Amalia, who had been seen in dire visions by Adair. On arriving back at the town, they found it being in the midst of a raid by the Black Ship Raiders of the North, who Torvald recognized the signal on the sigil, words, the sigil on their sails belonging to those that had previously attacked his forge. In the heat of the moment, he charged into battle, closely followed by the rest of the party, but between them, they managed to fight back and defeat the raiders, but not before the leader of the raiding party had set off a beacon, calling down their employers, literally from the sky itself. Because shortly after the beacon was set off, a ship appeared in the sky above Isfjell, and Trellbro in particular, the word I was going for. A ship appeared in the sky above Trellbro, bringing down to the docks a pair of strange, inhuman beings. Their greenish-yellow skin, pointed ears, and strange weapons and armor. As was obviously the logical choice, Cressara took the front in negotiating with these newcomers. But as the discussion was about to turn to blows, the rest of the group arrived back down at the docks. And between them, they were, quite miraculously, able to defeat both of the Gith, freeing the Gith's human translator, Runa, and seizing a Githyanki ship. And having seized this ship, Ira decided to test out the chair at its helm, and soon found herself becoming one with this vessel, feeling a sense of herself flowing through the wood, and knowing that this is a magical ship that can fly. And I believe we pick up down at the docks of Trellbro, having sent, I believe you sent Runa back up to the town in the end?
I don't think we sent her yet. I think I was still on the dock itself, and I was about to go and get everybody from the wood to come back to town.
Yes, the villagers having fled to the wood. It's been 2 weeks, and I really should write notes.
Oh, and also that gold that we found in the ship. What was it, about 5,000 gold pieces?
Yes, it was definitely.
Yes, and they found 5,000 gold pieces, unfortunately cursed with a dire and terrible curse.
Of course.
Of course.
Which means a minute after they discovered, all the gold simply vanished back to whence it came.
Ah, damn.
And yeah, we've found ourselves down on the docks next to this strange silvery wooded vessel. And Runa had just revealed that she was one of the Black Ship Raiders before they began to work for the Gith had previously attacked Trellbro. But here we are, standing on the docks, and the question is, what would you like to do? I just...
Well, I am going to wave my hands at everyone. I'm gonna go get everybody in the woods and bring them back to town. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea. I agree.
So Aldous is heading off to stop the fleeing townspeople before they flee too far. Is she going alone?
Adair will go with her. Since...
Can't let her go by herself.
No. She'll follow a horse. She'll end up in another plane of existence.
There you go.
Well, we can't have a ship without a name, can we? Torvald's gonna look at Ira and say, well, it's of the air, and it's a thing of beauty. I think it should be called the Cloud Maiden.
Oh. That's beautiful. I like it. Yes, I suppose if everyone else thinks it's a good name.
I think that would be a fine name for a ship, such as this one. I can't say that I've ever seen a ship fly, so I think it's a perfect name.
Absolutely.
My father used to say, when ships fly, if he saw it now.
That's funny. Well, I am going to busy myself with inspecting every single inch of this boat. If you will excuse me, I'm going to go look around.
Just don't sit in that chair, will you? Till we figured it out a little bit more.
Yes, well, that's why I'm trying to acquaint myself, so I know all the bits and bobs before I immerse myself in it.
All right.
Torvald, may I speak with you for a moment while she's inspecting the new ship?
Of course you can, Grisara. What's on your mind?
As excited as I am, as everyone knows I am, to find a ship, I do have some slight reservations. I will have to speak with Adair when he returns, but part of the dream that he had that I saw, there was a ship trapped in ice. You wouldn't think that this ship could possibly be the one that he was dreaming of.
Well, I'm not really sure. We'll have to ask him if it looks similar, but it's not currently trapped in ice, so...
Do you think it's safe? We still don't know what those beings were that flew it here.
I'm not really sure myself, but it seems like it could be very useful.
Oh, we're taking the ship. This ship is ours. We're taking it. I just want to know if I'm to die while we're flying it or not.
Well, we're going to be very careful and make sure we understand it before we go flying it around. I don't want anyone to get hurt either.
No, I think that would be wise, and we should probably keep a close eye on Ira anytime she's in that chair. I don't think I much care for what it did to her the last time.
That was something else, that's for sure.
I suppose we should assist her and see what else we see.
I'm gonna check these bodies and see if there's anything useful on them.
Okay, so as Adair and Eldest, you set off back to Trellbro, back to the woods to collect the rest of the townspeople. Ira, as you're searching over this ship, please make me an investigation check. Are you looking for anything in particular, or just trying to get the sense of the vessel?
I'm very much just trying. It's almost like, imagine like inspecting a mech suit before getting in it, just like making sure you know like everything. Whoa, wrong game. So it's
That's
just
Eden.
inspect.
Mondays at 7:30.
Whoops.
You want mech fights?
We're not mechs, we have boats. It's the Isfjell equivalent of inspecting a mech suit. Just like trying to acquaint myself with the entire thing, so that way when I'm like in it, I like know everything that's going on. If that makes sense.
All right. What did you get, investigation-wise?
I got a 9.
A 9. So I mean, it's a very long ship. It doesn't really seem to have. It doesn't have like a hold or a lower deck. It's just like an open long ship, the kind that you have. Not the kind that you would have grown up with and grown up around in Chorus, but the kind you've become increasingly familiar with now since you've come to Isfjell, because the people up here seem very fond of, long ships, raiding ships.
I know what we do.
It's missing a few of the key details that you would expect on an Isfjellian vessel. No oars, and it doesn't seem to have much in the way of rigging. Like, it's got a sail, but the ropes and the rigging on it, it's very simplistic. You don't think you could get much control out of the rigging. But it's a boat, and it's long.
Cool. Good enough for me.
Alright, and so as you're poking around on this, I think actually we'll go to Adair and Eldest as they head back up by the town, heading up towards the woods. Because as you head your way back up towards the town, you can see someone ahead of you, sort of near the edge of the buildings where you fought the raiders. You see a figure, hard to make out at a distance, just kind of walking between the buildings and the bodies, and then you see them bend down next to one of the bodies and pick something up, and walk onwards.
Does it look like a familiar person? I mean, you said that's a little too far away to make too much detail, but does
they seem to be wearing some kind of long, perhaps a cloak. Make me a perception check for perceiving some finer details. As you know, got some dice, so we might as well use them.
17.
A 17. From what you can see from where you are, they appear to be cloaked in what looks to be feathers. This long cloak of black feathers. In one hand, you can see they've got a spear. And the other hand, you've bent down and picked something up from one of the fallen raiders.
Okay, I'm gonna say, hey, you, stop. Well, who are you?
They stop.
And I'm continuing to move forward, and I'm going faster.
So as you walk closer, you see she is a woman cloaked in this cloak of black feathers. Underneath it, she's wearing armor, quite very well made looking armor. Carrying this spear and the hand that's not holding the spear, her left hand, appears to be dipped in blood running down her fingers. And she's from one of the fallen raiders. And she looks at you as you approach and goes, "You see me?"
Yes? What are you doing here? Who are you?
"You're very impertinent, child."
This is my town.
Really rather. You own it, do you?
I am a member of it.
Well, you fought well today, then. You and your people.
Thank you.
You should be on.
Who are you?
That is none of your concern. I am merely going about my business, and it would behove you not to involve yourself in that which does not concern you, child.
I am going to mentally connect with Sindri if Sindri is still in the area and ask, who is this woman?
Sorry, what? Never met her before in my life. Not human, but other than that, don't really know.
Is there anything about
I
her
see
that
it.
would be familiar to Adair?
That's an interesting question. Adair, you're not from round here, but make me a religion check.
He doesn't know anything. That would be a 5.
No, she doesn't seem familiar at all. And as she sees that you're apparently not going anywhere, she just looks back and he goes, "My name is Hrist. I am here to choose the slain, and if you do not wish to join them, you'll stay out of my way." Is that understood?
Does the
Everything
name sound
except
familiar to me?
Make me a religion check.
19.
19. Hrist is a name you recognize from stories of one of the handmaidens of Lord Grimm. One of the maidens who ferries the souls of the dead into the feasting halls of the gods. In a sense, the word you would use for them would be, I suppose, Valkyrie.
All right, I am going to stop moving forward, and I am going to bow a little bit, and I'm going to say to Adair, she's one of Lord Grimm's friends.
who?
Lord Grimm is the god of the dead?
Oh, another one of the gods.
Yes, she's one of the handmaidens that brings the dead to the Hall of the Gods. So, Have
So
fun.
are
I apologize.
Are we supposed to dance here as well, or?
No. She'll kill us.
There shall be no dancing today.
She'll kill us. Let's go around the other way.
You see her bend down to another of the warriors. She goes, no, not him. And you see it's the one who spent a decent part of the fight being very drunk and trying.
So, Adair's going to look at her and say, are you looking for those who are worthy?
Yes, those who are bold and brave in battle. Like this one. He points to, if you remember, someone who carried on charging headlong and yelling long after. The man who introduced himself as, a worthy warrior. Those who fight, even when they could run, they will be worthy warriors come the final battle.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you. My apologies for any rudeness.
You were not rude to me. But the little fake-cursed maiden was. Never mind, I doubt she'll ever be troubling our halls. Now.
Wait, what?
Sense is more in that direction. And you see her walk off along her way.
What did she say?
I don't think she liked you very much.
So,
okay.
Shall we go find the others?
Yeah.
Shall we go find the others? Bring them back.
Let's go around the long way, because I don't want to cross her path again.
She seemed perfectly fine to me.
Well, I mean...
I'm just joking, Aldous. We'll go the long way around.
Alright, so you set off on a wide loop around the town of Trellbro to avoid any more god messengers. And as you sort of reach a circle around, you hear the flap of wings, and you see her cloak was not in fact a cloak, as she sort of takes off in this flurry of black raven's wings and is gone. But as you carry on onwards into the woods, we've better make sure that no one has set fire to this boat. So, as Ira is busy there, like, patting planks, I don't know, getting a measure of this boat, Kassara and Torvald, what are you up to?
I'm checking the bodies to see if there's anything useful on them.
Alright. So, you'll get some stuff anyway, but make me that investigation check for finding this little extra.
Uh-oh.
Torvald is known for his investigative skills.
12. Wait. 12. Just double checking proficiency there.
I get 12. Are you sure it's 12? Yes, it's 12. So searching over, I mean, they're wearing quite nice armor. These plates, similar to the style that you saw back in the troll cave, if you recall. They're both wearing this sort of half covered in these patches of plate armor, and each carry a sword. Quite, by your rating, quite a well-made sword, but nothing particularly exceptional. And they don't seem to have that much in the way of pockets. But you do find that on the leader, that she has this really smooth, beautifully carved pebble with these arcane runes carved into the top of it. And other than that, a single gold coin, which looks in a similarish style to Israeli coins, but quite an old one. Like, they usually, each High King changes the sigils a bit, keeps up to date with the stamping, because you know how it is. This one looks old. It's not an insignia you recognize straight off. But yeah, other than that, they're not really carrying much. They seem to have come prepared to kill rather than anything else.
I'll start removing the armor, I guess.
All right, strip the corpses.
Yep.
Of course.
Just the armor.
So-
Just the armor.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They are underneath. They're wearing sort of this grey fabric, sort of simple, like covering. It doesn't cover much more than the armor. Like the armor, where there's gaps in the armor, there's gaps in the clothing underneath. The clothing underneath appears to exist mainly just to stop the armor rubbing against the skin. Rather than particularly for matters of modesty, which they don't seem particularly concerned about. But that's definitely could have had some more coverage on these bits. You know, you could have left that bit. Poor design. That's how you managed to kill him. But yeah, all right. So Torvald starts with taking the chunks of armor and piece. Armor does not come in chunks. Pieces. We get back in the pieces of armor.
I don't know. Chrysara hit it with her hammer enough times; it might be in pieces.
To be fair, one of them is definitely a bit like you go to remove it, and that is well wedged into the arm that it's on. Like that. Ooh, that is only coming off if you take the arm off. Like. But Chrysara, what are you up to? Ira is examining a ship. Torvald is stripping corpses. What are you doing?
Chrysara's going down below to see if she can find the room that those creatures were using, or to try to find like a captain's room.
It's just a big open.
Oh, okay. So it's just a big open boat.
With the
It's
benches
not-
everyone sits on, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's probably checking under the benches. She's looking for logbooks, maps, any kind of navigational equipment, or captain's notes.
Make me an investigation check, because you're looking for slightly different things to Ira's boat session.
That is a 19.
19. Okay, so searching around, you're doing a much better job of looking around this boat than Ira, if you're being honest. Like, but you find there doesn't seem to be much in the way of navigational equipment. You find sort of laid into the wood as you look closely, these fine, like, almost lines of metal, all sort of leading back to one place, the chair. Other than that, the only thing you do find is a spyglass tucked into one of the benches. This rather nice metal folding spyglass.
Okay. She's definitely going to take that out and extend it and look through it.
It's a mimic. No.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, you said it. That it sounds cheap.
My name clearly says, not a mimic.
only mimics claim they're not mimics that much.
I mean, no.
But yeah, so looking through it, surprise, surprise, the things at the end appear closer than they did before. As soon as you turn it around, sort of getting around, you see, you see the hills, the mountains, the woman with wings flying off from Trellbro.
Not unusual at all. Would Chrysara recognize who or what that was, or is she in complete bird form?
Make me your religion check.
That's a 7.
Probably one of those were ravens.
I told them to move. Yeah, she's going to pocket that for later. You never know, that might come in handy.
So yeah, you got the spyglass. So back up at the town, Adair and Eldish, you're able to catch up with where you see the Earl and the Earl's wife and various other villagers sort of hanging around sort of the edge of the wood. They seem to be running and then kind of pause, and you hear some kind of argument going on, like, if they were all dead, we wouldn't know. We can't go back. Whoever came in that flying ship could still be there. No, look. If we can't just abandon our town because we think they might be dead. This could all be some ploy of Chrysara's. Look, I don't trust her not to have staged this entire thing, that she could take over my town and steal all the boats.
Possibility.
This is...
Adair and I assume Aldous alongside are going to walk up, and as he overhears this, he's going to say, I'm pretty sure Chrysara doesn't want your damn town. The boats, on the other hand, I'll agree with, but I don't think she wants your town.
You sure?
Relatively sure. I mean, otherwise, I don't know that you'd still be alive.
But oh, great! You're alive. I presume that means that the whatever those were are not alive anymore. Yes.
At least...
Yeah, they're gone.
And
for now.
Chrysara? Is she?
She's strong and hardy as ever.
Great. Brilliant. Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear. Glad. I would never want anything to happen to her. That would be terrible. So is it safe to return now, I presume?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go back to town.
Yes. Oh, this is the day I warned you of it. This is to be expected. Doom will come for Isfjell. That's what all the portents said. You should have known. Back at the festival, that was a sign, you see. Sacred ceremony going wrong like that. The end times are coming. The great battle will rage in the heavens. Oh, it will. It will.
Oh yes, there's a storm coming.
There's a storm coming. And winter. That's coming too.
This is what I've been trying to tell them since the first time I showed up in your village.
Well, and the old woman, this is the old priestess, leans over to Althea. They never listen to us. They never listen to us until it's too late. That is the rule. Yep. Cursing and a blessing, the sight is.
You're welcome.
Cursing and a blessing.
You're welcome to it. I'd prefer not to have it. Whatever it is.
You'll be thankful. Sometimes it shows you great useful things. You know? I know I was going to lose my keys, so I got an extra set made beforehand. My sight... I must admit, usually not focused on the greater scheme of things.
Well, it gave me a vision of Trellbro burning down in flames with a giant winged creature flying over it, so I don't know if your keys matter that much in the long run.
Well, that's not happened yet, has it?
I don't think it's happened yet, no.
Are you sure your sight is reliable?
He's just gonna grumble at her a little bit and walk a little bit
But there
farther
was a
away.
flying boat.
Did it set anything on fire?
The people inside of it tried to kill us.
Oh, is this a metaphor now?
Probably not. This might just be the first run.
So are dragons going to kill us all, or are they not?
Do you have
anyway.
anything to tell the future?
We could sacrifice a goat and read its entrails. I'm sure I can find one.
Adair's gonna turn around. Doesn't seem very advantageous for the goat.
Well, I've never met a goat yet that can... Actually, yeah, that's a lie. I did meet one goat that complained quite heavily and then ran away. I think I had a little bit too much to drink that day when a goat, starts making theological arguments. Right.
Wait, do you know Eric?
Wait, you've also met a talking goat?
Yes, in Sorlinsby.
Oh, of course. Collinsby? No, this one wasn't called Eric. It was, oh, what was her name? Frida, I think. Most annoyed, I think. Frida? I don't know. Some story about a wizard having turned them into a goat or something. It's a while ago. Maybe it's the same one. There can't be that many of them running around.
I don't know, but is everybody ready to come to town, or are we?
Yes. Right. We're coming back.
All right, we'll need help cleaning up the bodies. Oh, Hurst was here. I actually saw her.
She's back. She's the rudest of them, The rest are much more polite.
Oh.
She seemed perfectly nice to me.
Well, you know how they are. Well, you don't live to my age amongst in these kind of folk in Isfjell without meeting a few death messengers. It's an occupational hazard, being a priestess, Right, come along. Where's that Earl? Ratted Earl got himself to.
I'm going to see if Calder is among the people with that are coming back to town, or if he took my advice and went towards home.
There is currently no sign of Calder or Amalia.
Okay.
They don't appear to be among the townspeople who are gathering up their things and starting to head back to town. You hear someone grumbling, "Well, it's not my house that burnt down." So it might be you. Alright. So, you head back down to town, and as you head back down to town, and as our boat investigators finish their various parts of boat investigation, we'll say just probably reconvene either in the town or down by the dock, whichever suits you best.
I would imagine we would have headed up towards town once I got all the armor off and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, sort of reconvening back in town. As the sort of hustle and bustle going on in the background of people sort of returning things to where they weren't being bossed around either by Hildegren or Saga or Uriell or various other important townspeople. And what would you like to do?
Adair is going to go find the townsperson that was killed kind of on the far end of town and go place her body nicely and separately from the raiders and start building a funeral pyre. Seems to be doing that a lot. He's getting pretty good
I
at it.
gotta say, this is like this is what, 2 for 5 episodes which we have funeral pyres being built near the start.
I don't care about the raiders. I'm just taking care of the Trellbro. Anybody from Trellbro died.
Okay, so you join. There's probably a few other villagers, townspeople, starting to gather up. Timber, building up a pyre, ready for the disposal of bodies. And you see Saga sort of poking one of the fallen bandits with the end of her stick and going, "Oh, we should probably burn them too. Start a second pyre over there."
Well, you should check the raiders' pockets and see if they've got anything.
Oh, you always check the pockets before you put them on the pyre. That is Death Priestess 101. Why do you think it's such a popular line of priestessing? First dibs on the pockets. Very important. Lord Grim would approve.
With all that, there's only one thing left to do. Search their pockets and look for new strange.
As we put them on the pyre, we hold them upside down, shake them, see if anything falls out of their pants legs.
Okay, I'll say you find about 12 silver pieces, 3 gold pieces, 2 keys, unknown things, and some pretty beads. And do we need to reset cameras?
Torvald, would you mind? Yep, there we go. Awesome. Yay!
Testing out some slightly new configuration this week, which I think is why my...
Yeah, we'll edit that later.
Very.
We thought you were going for being much taller, kind of the alien tall looks.
Yeah, we'll edit that in
squatty.
right?
Among any of the equipment that they find, if they happen to find a decent working sling, weapon sling, Adair would like to appropriate it.
All right, make me an investigation check. I'm setting a bar on this week. Does anyone have a decent sling or not? If we find it. No, we said you won't find it.
Yep. It's the tears. I'm just so upset over the village, and I'm just can't see through them.
I'm gonna take a look at that sword and try to determine if it's anything special or if it's just a normal.
It's nicely made. It doesn't look magical as far as you can tell. It's got some nice engravings on it in the same sort of language that you've seen engraved on the edges of the armor pieces that you found.
Can I tell what kind of metal it's made out of?
Make me an investigation check at advantage, please.
I'd also like to know what kind of sword it is. Like long sword, short sword.
Great sword. It's great.
Oh, it's a great sword. It's very great.
Really good. Great.
So, 17.
17. Now, I was kind of hoping roll low, then I can just say I don't know. I don't have to look up armor materials. essentially, in as far as your knowledge of metals goes, this is not something you've been very familiar with working with much, but essentially it's steel. It just...
Is it like the material that the armor's made out of?
Not the first set of armor. The first set of armor you found out was made of this slightly unusual material. I think we gave it its name, adamantine. These are not adamantine. These are just but pretty good quality metal.
All right.
Nice piece of work.
I guess I will hold on to it for now then, and I'm gonna try to find Scarred as well.
Okay, so head off over. Scarred's there, sort of outside the forge, sweeping up some broken debris that's fallen on the step, looking at you, going, "Right, bastards, come over." Got one of them. Torvald.
Aye, Scarred. How you doing?
Well, I can say with confidence I've had better days.
I think we all have had better days than today.
And he points down to the ship in the harbour, but not your new ship, but the other one, the one with the symbol on its sail, the Black Raiders ship. He goes, I never thought I'd see that back in our town again.
Aye, but I'm glad I was prepared this time. I wasn't going to let what happened last time happen again.
No. This time it was us that weren't... I mean, it wasn't prepared. But... could have been worse, but... those bastards, someone needs to put an end to this.
Aye, we're working on it. And I got something for you to work on as well. I found all this armor, and I'd like to try to make something of it. It's a strange metal, so we'll have to probably work together for a little bit to try to figure it out.
Yeah. You after a new suit for yourself?
Possibly. I'm not really sure.
Well, could probably put something decent together out of this. It's pretty good. I'll have to look at it a bit more. I don't know exactly how long it'd take.
Well,
yeah,
we can use all the help we can get, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, wherever that damn apprentice of mine gets back, I'll put him to work.
Sounds like a plan to me. And do you have a measuring tape? A string. Measuring string.
Yeah, I've got some measuring string. You want the one for... there you go. Why, you need to remeasure... I can look, Torvald. I can remeasure you if you need refitting for your armor.
Well, I mean, I have been eating pretty well lately, but that's not what I was talking about.
Alright, well, whatever it is you need to measure, there's the marks, it goes up in inches.
Certainly convenient for me. Alright, well thank you, Scar. We'll try to salvage as much of the weapons as possible as well from the raiders. Anything we can get.
Turn their stuff back against them.
Exactly. I also found this sword. I couldn't make much of it, but maybe you can figure it out a little bit.
It's great.
Aye, it's a great sword.
I will warn you now, I never get tired of that. So I'm so sorry.
I approve.
Yes. Well, that's not wanting to keep it. It's a pretty fine piece of work. I guess.
Well,
not really style.
Just take a little closer look at it for me and see if there's anything special about it, anything you can figure out.
Yeah, okay.
We'll probably come back and get it before we leave.
I can do that, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll see you soon, Scarred.
See you. And good work today.
Thank you. I
Tell
appreciate it.
Tell the rest of your friends that as well. Like, they're
Will
good
do.
fighters, a lot of them.
Aye, that's the plan.
Even if some of them are a little odd.
Well, we're all a little bit odd in our own ways.
Alright, well. On you go. On your way.
And I will head back towards town.
Alright. Head back towards town and towards the others. Who are you? Glasses. It's a lie. Sorry. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't know who you were addressing.
It was Moira. She came back with glasses.
Oh, I put glasses on. Yeah. Who am I?
Oh, I'm looking down.
Yeah, my eyes were hurting, so I just put on
The gunners.
blue light. Yeah.
I think it's a cunning disguise. Yes. So, heading back into wherever the others are, and whilst Torvald's been off talking to Scar, did any of the rest of you have anything you wanted to be doing in that space of time?
Krasara's probably still walking down the edge of the ship, checking the build, checking out the seats and everything.
Can I further investigate the chair itself? Not sit in it, but you know.
Oh, of course you can. Yeah, make me that investigation check, and also a wisdom saving throw.
Haha. I'm not sitting in it. I'm just looking at it.
Are you touching it?
Probably a little bit.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no. Investigation is going to be a 19. And then the wisdom save is going to be a 5.
Okay, so sort of peering over and examining this chair, it's made of, well, it used to be wood, but also metallic wood in a way. You can see the grains and the whorls of the wood. Sort of, almost as though they've either been pressed into metal or as the wood has been transformed into metal.
Interesting.
There's natural shapes there in it. And even by just touching it, you can feel this energy and life sort of pulsing through it. It's mainly just, it wants to teach you and it wants to sort of tell you, and it's not particularly Ooh. Hello? That's weird.
We can still hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost my flow because my sound went weird.
I hear the music from Roll20.
That's what I hear too.
I've got mine muted, so I don't
hear it.
hear it.
This could be an issue. It's alright. Now I get to DM and no one else can hear me back. This is the position of power that I've wanted all along. Oh, I can hear them again. Alright. Yes. So, it doesn't really have much explanation though on the chair itself. Like, it is essentially a chair. As you're examining it, as you sort of, when your handle on this metallic wood, you really reckon that sitting on it couldn't do that much harm. Like, it's the only way you're really going to understand it if you just for a little minute and edge your way around the chair. You just space, or just for a second. And next thing you know, you're sat in the chair.
Whoops.
And I need you to make that wisdom saving throw for me as you sit down in this chair.
Oh, the wisdom save was a 5. Oh, you need another one though?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That one.
Great. That one is a 15.
Okay, so though you sit in the chair, you feel again this connection to the entirety of the boat flow through you. But unlike last time, you are still aware of your own body as a separate entity to the boat itself. You can feel the sense of the boat through you and around you, but you can also feel that you are still Ira, sat in this chair.
Ooh, cool.
2 separate yet connected entities. And anyone else who's back at the boat, Ira just sat in the chair.
Whoops. I think that's just Chrysara, yeah.
What are you doing? We said not to sit in the chair.
Can I hear this?
You can hear this. You hear this. You are aware of your surroundings this time.
Okay, I'm going to try. I'll respond, but I'm not sure if she can hear. But, yes, I understand. Yes, I shouldn't have sat in the chair, but I really wanted to sit in the chair. I tried not to. I really did. I promise. I just, it's a cool chair. It's a cool boat.
Now I can't hear anything she's saying, can I?
You can hear every word she's saying.
Oh, yay! I suppose. How do you feel?
This time it's different, which is fascinating. I can still. It's hard to explain, but I can still tell that I'm me, but I'm also the boat still. I can hear you, which is different from last time, so that's good. It means, I guess this means that last time it was bad, but this time it seems okay, which is more sustainable. I don't know how to explain it. Do you mind if I try to move?
Oh, well, I want to say yes more than I want to say no, so all right. I suppose just a little.
Okay. The dogs want it too. So
want it so bad.
So I am going to focus, however that means. And I'm going to. This is very intense music.
Sorry, I can't hear it.
Oh, it's okay. I'm going to try and focus. And since I can feel both myself and the boat, I'll try to more focus on the boat.
Okay, so focus on this boat. Try and sort of will it forwards.
Just to move a little bit.
Maybe a roll with your, as though you were casting a spell, essentially.
So charisma.
Yeah, your charisma.
Right. Yeah. That's a 9. It's just my charisma modifier.
Whatever you would add normally if you cast a spell, so that's your charisma and your proficiency.
Total. You should be adding 4, I believe.
Yeah, my charisma modifier is 4.
But it should be 2 plus proficiency, so it should be 4.
Great. Yes.
Okay. So
then I got a 9.
No, this boat, it's not going anywhere. You're concentrating really hard. And I guess, Chrysara, you sort of see too much like leaning forward in the chair and just kind of like...
Do you move it by rocking?
I don't really know how to move it by anything.
Well, Did you happen to see? Well, no, you weren't here. I don't remember what they looked like when they flew in. I don't think I know how to help.
I think it's just gonna take practice and probably some luck, I think.
It would be very nice. Though, do be careful with this. I still don't quite trust it.
Of course. I can go ahead and try to get out of it right now, if you'd like. Should we go join the others in town?
Maybe try to move it again?
Oh, yes, okay. All right. One last chance, and then we can go join everyone else. My only fear is, what if I accidentally do, like, too well, and then we leave? That would be bad.
That's not awful. I mean, I suppose if we could fly it, if it doesn't require water, we could go find them on the ship.
Provisions.
We could go find them on the ship. We would surprise them.
Yes, of course. Okay. Well, let's try it then. I am going to once again try really hard to concentrate. I think this time I'm going to attempt to focus equally on myself and the boat, almost as like a using myself to move the boat.
What, pedaling?
I don't know. I'm doing my best.
Maybe your essentially your spell attack.
Great. 15? Oh no.
Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no. Oh god, that's a 15, and then where are my modifiers? Sorry, I have so many things pulled up.
Oh, tell me about it.
Okay, it's a 16.
You're able to hold your feet steady as the boat surges forwards across the water, sort of accelerating from like stationary to full speed in an instant, just
Great.
away from the dock and across the surface of the water.
Ira!
And now it's going forwards. Quite a speed.
Congratulations, but maybe slow down just a bit.
I'll try.
This is what happens when you leave us unattended with a boat.
I thought you
both
followed
messed
us.
No.
No, we
You
paid.
You said, let's go into town, and I said, boat!
Chrysora said, I can't condone this leaving the boat nonsense. I've got to stay here.
The boat's carrying on. It's carrying on.
Stop, please stop.
Gently.
What if I try to go backwards? I'll try to, I can't stop it. Maybe if I backpedal.
Chrysora's gonna grab onto the edge of the ship. Okay, try.
Make a dexterity saving throw, please, Chrysora.
If I get thrown off this boat, you better jump in.
I don't know if I can detach myself. We'll find out.
14.
What was that?
14.
So the boat goes from into full reverse.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Ira!
The deck sort of disappears beneath your feet. And you find yourself plunging down into the icy cold waters of Lake Blad.
No. Do I hear that?
You hear a very loud splash.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get out.
You're able to stand up, and you feel that your connection to the boat fall away. And the boat starts to slow.
I'll just leave that in neutral, I suppose. And I will look over the side of the boat.
You don't have any oars to get back.
Am I still in the boat, or did I fall off?
You are in the water.
Okay, I was like, I thought I heard a splash.
How far away are we from land?
I'd say, how big is Lake Blad again?
Pretty big, I thought.
I did too.
I'd say, I mean, you're still in sight of the shore.
Is it like a reasonable swimming distance?
It's quite a long way off. Like,
no.
probably, about 200 meters or so.
Excellent. All right. Well, that's not terrible.
You're just gonna have to sit back down.
I'm in the water.
Is from my investigations
Doggy
earlier. From my investigations earlier, is there any easy way to get back onto the boat? Are there any like lifeboats?
It doesn't appear to have any lifeboats. Or like, I mean, you reckon you could probably scramble over the side, but
but would I be able to get back onto the boat if I leave it?
you could certainly try.
Don't get off the boat. Don't
hold
get
on.
off the boat.
Hold on, no, I have an idea. Hold on. I have to check something real quick.
Did we see all this happening?
You're back. You guys
We're
are
in
safe
town.
back in
We're
town.
down. We're
How far?
I'll let you know.
How far from the deck down is Chrysara? And is it 20 feet or less?
Oh, that's like, I mean, she's more than 20 feet away from the boat.
Oh.
I can
because the
swim
boat
back
kept moving.
though.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
Chrysara stopped.
But from the water's surface to the top of the boat, is that 20 feet or less?
no, it's more like 4 feet, 5 feet, maybe. 4 feet.
Really? We sit very low.
It's not like a big ship. It's like a
lifeboat.
long.
Got it. Okay. So
Also, I'm not good at feet, so let me just check.
this might be bad. I'm gonna go ahead. Can I get where the boat currently is? Has it come to a stop?
It's drifted to a stop now. Yes.
Okay. Is there a point on the boat that I can stand where I am within 60 feet of Chrysara?
If you go to the end of the boat, yeah, you can see Chrysara.
Great.
Chrysara, make me an athletics check, please.
Oh, you gotta deal with the waves.
Oh god.
I mean, you're good at this, right?
Okay, so I'm making a what save again? I forgot.
Athletics check, please.
The +2.
Oh, well, yes, it is a +2. So 14, 15, that's a 16.
Yeah, you can swim pretty well. You're a good swimmer.
It's like, don't let me drown.
You can either hold your place or head towards the boat with, fair.
Okay. There's so many bad things. Because I'll go ahead and just run you through my mental breakdown. I have levitate, so I'm considering using that because I can use levitate to get her out onto the ship. But if I levitate her, then she's just in the air. She can't move towards the ship. She'd just be floating, and it's concentration. And if so my mind says, okay, well then move the boat, like maybe just like start it to move and then get out of the chair and then levitate you. But there is a chance I sit in that chair and I fail the wisdom save and I'm stuck. And then I'd be stuck in a chair and you'd be in the water. So
well, I don't know how far Chrysara can go because she does have her giant warhammer strapped to her back because she never goes anywhere with that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with your plan and
okay.
and pray Torvald gets like a spidey sense or something if this goes horribly wrong.
I mean, if Adair's in town, he is very observant.
Yeah, I just don't know if I'm that observant for it to be that far away.
I think at some point the party would go, where are the two boat-crazed people?
Where's the
Probably on
boat?
Magic flying
Where's the
boat.
boat?
Am I back in
Exactly.
town by now?
At this point, you're probably back in town, and you're probably aware, and the three of you are back in town, and there's no sign of Ira or Chrysara anywhere.
Where are Ira and Chrysara? Did they come back to town with us? Adair, do you see him anywhere?
I'll look around. Looking out where the boat was, I assume we no longer see the boat. Right.
Gone. The boat is not there.
Torvald, the boat's gone.
Ira! I told her not to sit in that blasted chair.
Can we climb up on one of the buildings and see if we can get a better view? And
Oh yeah.
so,
They're about to get a view of the show, and the show is me doing what I said. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit back into the chair.
As you reach the top of this building, you can see out on the lake. This is what you observe.
I'm gonna go
Ira,
ahead and
over
sit
there.
back in the chair.
All right, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, here we go, baby. Oh, 17. We're good. We're safe.
You're aware of the boat.
Is she floating in the air at this point?
Not yet.
No. So I sit. Okay. And then I just want to... Is Chrysara, in terms of... If I, go forward, will that capture her, or will I need to, shift?
I mean, at this point, you kind of have to go backwards, but...
Backwards. Great. Okay. So basically, I'm just going to try to start to move the boat slowly, hopefully, towards the direction of Chrysara. Basically, as if I'm gonna hit her, essentially. Just because that's how it's gonna need to go.
Roll me charisma. Let's start this boat.
All right.
It's getting a little easier with practice, maybe.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, it's a nat 20!
Oh, thank God.
Yes!
I
It's a
still have the
24.
nose.
This time with practice, it's less of a sudden start and more of a controlled start of movement.
Yes. And so I try to give it enough push to where I can get out of it, and it keeps moving a little bit.
Okay, so the boat's gliding now towards Chrysara.
Yes, and then I get out. I stand up.
Okay, the boat's carrying on. Chrysara, you can see the boat bearing down on towards you.
Ira, I really hope you have a plan.
Oh yes, Chrysara doesn't know what I'm doing. I forgot.
No.
That's so fun. So
The boat headed for her. Please have a plan.
Ira.
So I'm going to get out of the chair and run to we're going backwards, right? So I'll be at the back end of the boat. I know there's a word for that, but I don't know boat terminology. Stern. I'm gonna run to the stern, and as soon as I'm within 60 feet, because that is the range, I'm going to cast levitate. Onto Chrysara and bring her up enough to where she will be slightly above. And then as soon as the ship goes past underneath her, I'm going to drop her onto the boat.
Oh, you feel a sudden sense of weightlessness, and you feel yourself rising up. And there's this sort of Chrysara rising up from the surface like this dripping lake water off her.
Adair, are you seeing this?
Adair's standing there like this.
It looks like Chrysara learned how to fly or something.
And as the boat sort of glides its way underneath you, it is slowly slowing. Your feet...
Oh, okay, well.
I got you! I did it! Hello, welcome back.
Okay,
how do you feel?
So, first of all, we're not going to tell Torvald any of this.
Absolutely not.
This didn't happen, ever.
No, I don't think... they're busy in town. They have no way of knowing.
There's no way they could possibly know. We're going to lie.
Let's
Sure.
head back to the dock.
At that time, Torvald is going to use thaumaturgy to cast it as far as possible and say, Ira! What did I tell you about that blasted boat? What did you do?
Do we hear this? Is it
Yeah,
loud?
does that reach?
echoes out across the surface of the water and sounds as well across the water, so just this Torvald's voice carried across the lake.
Okay, well, so much for not getting caught. If they say anything, it was practice. We don't tell them I fell out.
Sure.
And let's try to carefully get back to shore so we can say,
Yes.
told you so.
I'm sure you were busy trying to not drown, but if you were paying attention, the start that I had that time, much better. I'm improving.
I was mostly trying not to drown, but the fact that when I looked up, I saw a giant ship just headed straight for my face. I think, yeah, that
Yes.
was much more successful.
I had no good way of communicating to you my plan, so I'm glad you trusted me.
Well, it was either that or get smashed in the face by a ship. I didn't really have a choice, but it works.
That's good. Okay, I'm gonna sit in the chair again.
Going to hold on. I'm going to. Do you have rope?
Brace
Do we
yourself.
have rope? Do we have rope? I need to tie myself to one of these chairs before.
I assume if we have the basic pack, I believe that has rope in it.
Okay.
Yes.
She's gonna take the rope and she's going to lay down on the bench, and Ira just wrap the rope as much as you can and then just knot it.
Well, okay. I love that idea and I support it fully, but also I may potentially sit down in that chair and not be able to get myself out. So if I tie you to the bench and that happens,
I can break free if I have to.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure my strength's high enough to
Okay.
break
Well,
that on a
also
roll.
hopefully if I get stuck, the destination is the dock, so someone could come free us if you can't.
Yes,
Okay,
and
so I'll tie her to the bench then.
Is Ira capturing Chrysara? Is she a
Stop
traitor?
spying on us!
I don't know.
What is going on there? I'm gonna use thaumaturgy again and say, Ira, what in the heavens are you doing? Why are you tying up Chrysara?
I can't reply.
Can I see that Chrysara's sopping wet?
You saw her float out of the water.
You've seen this entire since the point of the plan.
But see, if Chrysara's not fighting, surely Torvald would know that it's nothing bad. I mean, she's going along with it.
Chrysara could take me out in one hit. I'm at like 18 health.
An unusually happy and smiling Adair is going to look at Torvald and Aldous, kind of pat him on the back and go, I guess we should go greet him. Get his way down and pick up some twigs and stuff and small limbs as we go so we can make a small fire to dry Chrysara out. As Aldous mentioned, she's
Small
wet.
limbs or small branches?
Whatever we can carry. Whatever the DM lets me get away with.
Limbs of trees, yes?
Trees, yes.
Yes.
Dry yourself over the dismembered body pile.
So I
You
would
could
imagine we make
levitate
our
me
way.
over.
We'll make our way towards the other boat. The one that the raiders came in.
Boat? Yeah, so that's just a long boat with banks of oars and a sail.
And I guess we'll just start rowing.
I mean, it's
Unless
going to be a
anyone's interested.
fair job to row out with just the three of you, but
I mean, I'm coming. We're coming back.
Let's see how this part plays out.
I'm going to suggest we just make a small fire near the dock so that when Chrysara gets back, she can dry off because it's cold and it's wet.
You want her to sit in that chair again?
She seems
You
to be getting
can't
better
stop
at
me,
it.
buddy boy.
It's happening whether you like it or not.
She seems to be getting better at it, so.
So I'm gonna go ahead and tie Chrysara to the bench, and then I'm gonna look at her and very quietly be like, do you just want to go back safely, or do you want to have more fun? Because I could just sail us there, I think. But I could also attempt flying now since things are seeming to go well.
Since
It
Torvald
was
is there.
Very deeply considering.
Since Torvald's there, and he knows about this, I'm never going to hear the end of it. Ever.
So we may as well just go for it.
Go big or go home. Yeah.
The goal is to go big and go home.
I prefer both, but I say let's fly this puppy.
All right. Great. Before I do this, I'm just gonna do like a quick little Prayer to Lady Luck. And then, I dropped my D20. She's gone. There it is.
No! Don't break it!
And then I'm gonna go sit in the chair.
As she goes to gets close to the chair, she hears a rumble of thunder.
Oh, tell him to hush.
Thaumaturgy.
So it looks like that's gonna be a 10 for the wisdom save.
Your sense of yourself sinks away.
Yep. Cool.
You are now a boat.
Well, since I'm fully in the boat, maybe that'll improve my flying abilities.
Feel your connection. You are just. Someone has tied some bits of human to you. It's very odd.
Cool. I love it. Nice accessory. So I've levitated before. Using my own levitation. So I'm just going to almost, I can't cast the spell obviously, but I'm almost going to think as if that's what I'm doing to myself, but as a boat.
Okay, do you have any spell slots left?
No. Nope.
Oh boy.
So you feel this push. Make me that charisma check.
Great. That's going to be an 11.
The boat sits there. Boat's not moving.
Okay.
Peacefully. This is lovely. You're just relaxing. You can feel the water beneath you. Some little fish swim beside you.
Wow.
Sense something deep within the lake looking up at you curiously.
I don't know if I like that.
And those of you on the shore can see the boat just not really going anywhere, just kind of
great.
sat there. Ira's still in the chair.
I guess since flying's not going to work, I'll just very carefully try to move towards the dock.
Ira, don't feel anything moving.
It's lovely. There's no need to go anywhere, but the boats don't have any sense of hurry. It's lovely.
You're right. I'm going to stay a while.
Torvald, it doesn't look like they're doing very good.
Hey.
Let me go see if I can get a couple more people to help man the boat.
We make an awesome team.
Aldous to go up to find some more crew for the longboat. Ira, the longer you sit on this chair, the more understanding of how this works comes to you.
Cool.
And you know that it will respond to your intent, but flight is a little more difficult. Simple movement on water, because boats are designed to move on water. A little more magic is needed in order to make them fly.
Yes, got it.
So, liftoff will require the expenditure of a spell slot of first level or above.
Great.
After that, who knows?
Has Adair made the fire yet?
Yeah, Adair's got. Make me a little survival check, Adair, for how good your fire is.
He's gonna burn down the town.
Oh God, no.
It's not like it's just a little sad little damp fire, or proper nice.
Oh, ye doubting people. That would be a 23, ma'am.
This is a glorious crackling fire. Of whatever size you'd like it to be, Adair.
Warming Chrysara and drying her clothes size. From when she's near it, not from across the lake.
Does Torvald know what Chrysara's favorite color is?
Yes, he would.
What color would that be?
Red.
I was guessing
I
blood.
figured. That was my guess. So Torvald is going to make this already impressive fire brighter and turn red with thaumaturgy. as you see it.
So this red fire burning. Meanwhile, Aldous, as you head back up to town, you see some people sort of still working, piling sort of bodies and timber for the pyres, getting along with repairs, dousing the last few smouldering embers of the burning house. And the nearest one looks like Aldous, isn't it? Calder's sister.
Yes. I need 4 or 5 people to come help.
What you need help with?
Some people are stranded out in the middle of the lake, and there's only 3 of us who can man a boat, so I need more people to help.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
That's an 18 plus 4, so 22.
Alright, well, I can come and lend you a hand for a minute. Eric, and Dave. I'm not in the
Dave!
Alright, so they follow you down to the shore and they go, isn't that, the flying boat?
Yes, there's magic involved in making it move, and they're stranded. They've been sitting there for like 10 minutes. They haven't figured it out, I guess. So we need to go out and bring the boat back.
Right, sure. I'll give a hand. Is it? It's not Cressara, is it? You see Dave look nervous and goes, I'm just gonna go back. Yeah.
You
no.
better not. We need your help.
Please stay and help. Please. I use my childlike puppy dog eyes. Please.
I just hope she's still not angry at me.
I'll deal with Cressara. You don't have to worry about her.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, whoever's in charge here.
All right, let's get on. And Torvald's gonna get in the boat and grab an oar.
All right.
I will too. This will be my first time manning the oars.
Adair is going to help herd everybody else on the boat and then just stand on the dock and kind of look into the boat and just kind of stare at it for a moment. Do you really need my help with this, Torvald? Do you think you've got it?
I think we'll be all right.
I'll keep the fire going then.
All right.
All right. So, Officer Torvald, make me an athletics check, please.
Athletics, ruh-roh. Oh, okay.
14.
14.
I got a 14.
Oh, no, that's not me. I think it's a
Torvald's
17.
feeling strong today.
It's a 17.
17, not that strong.
Not
Stronger
that
than
strong.
me.
I think just Ira and Cressara just have all the strength in this party.
Probably. My parents didn't let me get out and do things.
Hey, I just live in the woods. I have bad dreams.
So you row your way out until you draw up alongside the Cloud Maiden, and you see Ira sat sort of staring blankly into the distance, and you see Cressara tied to a bench. Just
I'm gonna get on the boat and walk over to Ira and just like pull her off of the chair again.
all at once, everything is come rushing back at Ira, and
I'm going
all
to
that you've learned
untie.
feeling it clear in your mind. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, no. I'm just gonna untie Chrysara and use that rope to tie the two boats together.
Thank you. That was a safety precaution.
Want to help row the boat back?
Yeah. Perhaps that'd be a good idea.
Ira, what were you doing? I told you to wait till we could investigate the boat more.
I was investigating the boat, specifically the chair, which may have admittedly been a mistake.
It wasn't very wise.
I just wanted to. Well, yeah. I really wanted to sit in it. It was like compelling me to, so I did. I wouldn't have otherwise. I'm sorry.
All right.
But it went relatively successfully, so I mean.
I'm not sure I'd agree with you on that one, but when I say we, I mean us as a group. Your friends. All right? We need to stick together. All this is very strange. And I have a feeling that the only way we're going to be able to get through it is together. All right?
Yes, of course. I really, I am sorry. I'm just trying to learn, and it kind of has like a draw to me. I just get drawn to it. I'm sorry.
Can you explain what happens?
Well, I was looking at the chair. I was just, investigating it, trying to see more about it. Maybe if there's a way to resist it or make it easier. And I had to sit in it. I just had to. It sounds childish, I know. But I couldn't not.
All right. Well, let me give it a try.
But
be ready to pull me off.
But hold on. I sat in it, and remember last time, you had to pull me out just like you did just now. The other 2 times that I've sat in it, because I've sat in it like 4 times now at this point. I could hear. I had control. I was good.
So you have a 50% success rate.
Yes, which I think is swell.
All right, well, let me give it a shot. Just be ready to pull me off, all right?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna very cautiously walk over and sit, like, just do one of the... like, I kind of want to sit there, but I don't really want to, and then finally I'll just, like, plunk into the seat. You're muted, Tiss.
As you sit down, I'd like to make you a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right. All right, that's a 9, but I have a +7, so 16.
So as you sit on this, you can feel the sense of the boat. You feel sort of the timbers as an extension of yourself, and the mast and the planks on the deck. You can feel feet standing on top of you, but you can also feel your own body, and you are aware that Torvald and the boat are 2 separate entities, but connected.
Well, this is certainly a strange feeling, that's for sure. Can you hear me, Ira?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Aye, I can hear you.
Now you know. Now when I talk to you about it, I don't sound like a crazy person.
All right, I'm starting to understand a little bit. Let me see if I can get some command over the wind.
Wait, you're tied to this boat.
Who cares? We're sailing, baby.
I would like to attempt to just point the boat towards shore, and I'm going to cast Gust of Wind and try to have just the wind gently push this ship and the other one towards the shore.
I'm gonna tell Eric and Dave and the 2 other random people that are on here to hold on tight.
Whoa!
Adair's going to watch from the shore and be so thankful he decided not to get on either of these boats.
Chrysara's just gonna throw herself underneath the benches.
Gust of wind fills the sails, Torvald. And my question to you, Torvald, is: are you wanting this boat to go forwards?
With the wind, I'm not trying to propel it forward willfully. I'm just trying to have the wind push it.
Okay, so you can feel the wind pushing it. It's starting to move slowly, but you can feel it's urge as the wind fills its sails. It's urge to move forwards. Sort of, it wants to sail. It wants to fly. It wants to be free. Maybe a wisdom saving throw, please, Torvald.
This is so funny to me because Torvald is actually like, oh, you know how boats work, like wind? That's what I should try. But Ira was like, I'm gonna walk but a boat.
Oh, that's a 10.
Oh.
The wind sort of rising around the boat, the sails sort of filling further, and this little crackle of lightning down sort of around the mast as this almost like storm energy starts to build a little. And the boat's picking up speed now towards the shore.
I'm gonna do something dangerous. Finish your thought first.
Losing your sense of self into this boat as you're picking up speed, and because the shore is getting closer and closer.
So I'm gonna. What if I
I'm
put
gonna
a?
turn the boat.
Oh, never mind. I know the answer to this question.
Okay, make me as if you were casting a spell using. I think in your case that's wisdom.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be a 15.
So the boat turned, and the second boat sort of trailing behind it like on a tow rope. Big arc round, and you hear sort of scream and shout. I need everyone on the boat to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Unless, apart from Chrysara,
Who is under a bench.
I'm under the bench, and I'm staying there.
But you said, what was it, a dexterity?
dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. 20, dirty 20.
Are you good?
Dex save
Yeah.
14.
So Aldous, you managed to keep your feet. Ira, splash.
Yes! Into the water?
Sharp about turn, and then now going parallel along to the shore. You watch as 3 of the people, the other 4 people on the other boat, just go careering over the edge of a clattering of oars. They yell, and you see Dave and the 2 Erics splashing in the water as the first guy who Aldous spoke to.
So Torvald can see
staring
that.
Oh yeah, Torvald, you can sort of sense this going around you. Adair, you can see all this clearly because this is right up against the shore now.
Adair makes a bigger fire.
Good job.
Get him off the seat! It's carrying on like a parallel to the shore now. Ira, you're in the water, but you can see the shore is only sort of probably about 30 feet away or so at this point, like less than that.
Can I make my way to Torvald to try to pull him out of the chair? I'm going to.
So you pull Torvald out the chair. Torvald, your sense of self comes rushing back to you as this peal of thunder rolls across the sky. And accompanied at the same moment, so right on top of you, this flash and peal of thunder. And then everything falls calm again.
Do both of the ships slow?
The boats are slowing and kind of disorganized sort of manner, like piling into each other a little, like drifting to a stop.
Well,
we're going to have to need to get more people to get this boat out there to pick them up.
You see, they're starting to swim back towards the shore.
Oh, they're close enough to swim back. Okay.
At this point, Ira, I'd like you to make me an athletics check, please. Are you
Yeah,
wearing
sure.
armor?
Am I wearing armor? Of course I am, and I'm
At disadvantage, please.
yeah. And I probably have my shield and all that good stuff. Athletics with disadvantage.
Yes.
Great. Well, we've got a 5, and then we've got a 9, so that's going to be a 7.
Ira vanishes below the surface of the lake.
Oh no! I'm gonna jump in after her.
Oh!
I'm jumping in, and I've only got my skirts on, so I'm swimming. I'm trying to get to her.
You can see Ira sort of struggling and sinking.
I've got a shield. Does my shield float? Probably not, right?
What's your shield made of?
Metal, absolutely. I don't know what kind, but
No, at the angle you went in, your shield is not floating.
great.
I'm going to
Sounds
swimming as fast
wonderful.
All right, Aldous, make me an athletics check to lend your assistance to Ira.
As a 9.
I mean, you're able to just about keep yourself in the water, but
What are you doing all this?
She's sinking.
Who is?
Ira,
Ira? What happened to Ira?
you knocked her overboard.
Oh, that's no good.
I'm gonna try again to go.
That's no good.
That's no good. Luckily,
She's drowning!
luckily she can hold her breath indefinitely.
You're so correct. Wow.
Wait, what?
That's actually such
you're
a
not
correct
drowning,
statement.
so Ira, you hit the bottom of the lake.
Get her!
I am trying. I'm diving back under to try to get to her again.
I'm not sure Torvald would know that.
He's very wise.
Yeah,
Like the wisest he could possibly be. But I don't know. Maybe
but
not.
he got sucked into the chair. So.
Can I make some sort of a check to see if I do know that?
Make me a nature check.
A nature check? Okay.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, you probably know enough about Janaki and stuff like that to know that, yeah, suffocating and drowning is something they don't really have to worry about.
I'm good, baby. I'm chilling.
Still trying because I don't believe anything he just said. I'm still trying to dive under and get her.
Another athletics check, Aldous. And Ira, you hit the bottom of this area of Lake Blad. You can see sort of the mud and reeds around you.
Do I see perhaps whatever the weird mysterious thing was that was looking at me before? Because that's my current concern.
Make me a perception check.
Oh, I would love to.
I rolled a 12 athletics.
So you're
That's
able
a-
to down. You're getting down. Ira's quite a long way down now. She's at the bottom of this bit of the lake. You can see that she seems not drowning. Like she seems just to be kind of standing there looking around.
And then I go back up because I can't hold my breath for that long.
I got a 9 on my perception.
Okay. I think what you see, and then you feel a small tap on the back of your shoulder,
Hello.
and you see a woman staring back at you. So her hair floating around her, sort of a mixture of kelp.
Oh, hello. Mysterious lady, how are you? Okay.
And you hear a voice in your mind rather than out loud. You hear, "I don't often get visitors down here.
Hi. I'm an
Are you here to
accidental.
play with me?"
Oh, I don't think so. I actually would like to just get to shore or perhaps back up onto my boat, if possible.
You don't want to stay down here, but it's lovely.
It is lovely, but I think my friends think I'm drowning, and I don't want them to think that.
Oh, bring them down here too.
I'd rather not. I'm starting to get the idea that I should probably not talk to you much longer, though you do seem like a lovely person, so I'm gonna walk that way.
No, you're going to stay down here.
Well,
You're going to stay down here with me forever.
why is that?
People come to me, they never leave again. Once they come to me, they come floating down and then they stay with me forever.
Well, I assume people that float down and stay with you forever are probably dead, and I am not.
You're not
and
dead.
I'd like to stay that way, so I'm going to go.
Would you like to be dead?
Not at all. I'm continuing to I've just been trying to walk away this entire time.
Right, make me an athletics check. You're basically trying to like walk underwater.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It is going to be a 17.
You're actually moving along at a fair pace. You can see the surface of the water of you getting closer and closer as you're reaching. You see a tangle of roots that mark the shoreline. And this figure swing back. Well, wait! Come back! Come back!
I'd rather not.
And then your head breaks the surface of the water. And at the moment you feel a hand grab your ankle. And I want you to, and they're going to attempt to pull you back into the lake. So you can use athletics or acrobatics to try and escape this attempted grapple.
Athletics, please. Oh no. That's a 9.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
So the rest of you see as sort of as her head breaks the surface of the water and sort of basically, well, Ira, how are you exiting this lake?
Quickly.
Lots of splashing.
Yes, very fast. Do not like to be down here much longer. No, thank you.
How far away is she from where Adair's at this point?
And Ira, as you exit, just sort of ahead of you, you can see this roaring warm fire. And Adair.
I will help her out of the water in any assistance she needs.
Don't come in the water. Don't come in the water.
I'm treading water in the water and trying to get back to one of the boats.
Alright. So the boat's sort of now drifting in towards the shore with the assistant. You can see Dave and Eric and people swimming back towards the shore. Make me an athletics check, please, Aldous.
Athletics? That's an 11.
Okay, you're keeping up. You're keeping on the surface. You're keeping sort of, but you're not gaining on the boats. And then you hear a kind of, ah! And you watch as Dave vanishes down beneath the surface of the lake. Just.
I want to.
Dave.
I'm gonna swim faster. Swim faster.
Water away.
To a different part of the shore.
All right, just pick up the speed. Torvald back on the boat. You're drawing nearer to the shore now. You hear another yeah as one of the Erics vanishes down beneath the surface.
First Dave, then Eric.
Where's everyone going?
And then, Torvald, you see 2 pale hands appear over the side of the boat. And a head rise up out of the water alongside you. And, if I could ask very nicely, please. We're going to go to break now.
Oh boy, I'm on the edge of my seat.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
Yes. Stay tuned.
Okay, so we're back. And I'm
Woot.
definitely ready. I'm so not ready. So, to update. Currently, Ira, you've walked ashore. Torvald, you were on a boat.
I'm on a
Aldous,
boat.
you're in the water. And Torvald, you've just seen these two pairs of pale hands reaching up over the side of the boat where you're standing.
Awesome.
And as his head lifts out of the water, you see this woman's face. Her skin pale and her hair sort of dripping with kelp. And she looks at you, cocks her head to one side and goes, "Will you come play?"
Yes, I'll come play. Why don't you go right in the water and then I'll jump right in. I just have to get a few things first.
Make me a deception check, please.
Ooh. Deception, you said?
Deception, unless you're actually... Are you planning on jumping right in?
18. No, it was definitely a lie.
I can wait here a moment if you fetch things. I can bring my friends too. Do you think your friends would want to play?
I'll ask them for you. You just go right in the water and I'll go meet you.
I have two of your friends already. But they don't seem to want to play very much.
Well, it's probably because you took them down forcefully.
But
If they didn't, why don't you bring them up here and I'll talk to them and convince them to go down there with you and
you
play.
make them play with me.
Absolutely.
Alright, give it a go. Make me a persuasion check, please.
Persuasion. Alright, that's gonna be... Am I proficient in persuasion? Yep, that's a 12.
12 seconds. No, I have them now. They're mine. Down, down, deep in the water. We can get another one. And you see the last of the three boat crew sort of swimming, heading up towards towards the boat that he fell off. You see the second Eric sort of struggling through the water. And then he vanishes down under the water.
Well,
And-
this is going swimmingly.
The pale figure clambers one hand over the other and pulls herself up beside you onto the boat. And lofts her head to one side and then opens her mouth. And you can see these lines of tiny little razor-sharp fish teeth. And as she lunges towards you, Torvald, at this point, everyone, please, roll me some initiative. And also, you should have control of your tokens right now, so if I've put you in slightly the wrong place, please correct it.
That is...
Let it be known, I tried to talk my way out of it.
Oh, yeah. It is known.
I got a 2 for my initiative.
2 for Torvald.
I got a 12.
12 for Chrysara.
I got a 3,
A 3 for Eldest in the water.
and I think I'm deeper in the water than that. So
Put yourself where you'd like to be. Or where you think you are. I'm not sure it's where you like.
Put yourself right on the boat.
I think, am I over here somewhere? I think I'm out there.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're probably closer to that boat, but
Which boat? Oh, okay.
that one.
Yeah, put me there. That's fine.
From where you are, you got a front seat view of this pale hand reaching up from the water and pulling Eric down, and you can see where your three people swimming alongside you have been pulled underneath the water, and you
I
can see
screech.
this pale form staring up at you.
Wait, there's one in the boat and then there's one in front of me?
Oh, there's one looking up at you.
Oh, shit.
I got a 19, by the way.
A 19 for Ira. And I think that just leaves I'm missing a dare.
6.
You guys are not doing very well, are you?
No,
I think I'm doing great.
I'm just chilling on the shore by the fire.
Exactly.
But these guys aren't doing so great either. But that brings us to Ira. You're first up. As
That's good.
you can see Torvald engaged in some kind of conversation behind you, and you hear this from Eric number 2 as he disappears down beneath the surface of the waves.
Well, I am going to is lay on hands in action. It is correct. Yes.
Yes.
I am going to go ahead and lay on hands myself the rest of my pool, which would be 9. So heal for 9, and then I'm going to walk back into the water.
All right, you're waiting back.
Yes. I look over in a Dare's direction, probably as I'm like lay on handsing myself and go, Lake's haunted. And then I walk back in.
Everything's haunted.
Alright, so you wade back into the haunted lake.
Yes. And yeah, I will just go the full extent. Where can you ping whereabouts I heard the off from the general direction?
Over in this over sort of behind the 2 boats
Great.
is where you see.
Is my speed, I'm assuming, underwater slower?
Your speed is halved. I'm going to say that water is difficult terrain.
Great. Okay. Then I will go 5, 10, 15. I'll be here.
Alright, have we got a map up? Oh, no, we don't. Could we have a map, please?
I'm trying to get it down there.
No worries.
How's that? That better?
1 long second, 2 long seconds.
We're not getting the map. There we go. Come on. Behave, machine. All right.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Alright, so so Iro wades back into the water, and that brings us to Chrysara. You're up next, and I believe you're still on the boat.
Yes, I'm still on the boat. And where?
I think you're under a seat at the moment, too.
I am. Oh, so that means hopefully the creepy thing has yet to see me.
Indeed.
And my D&D Beyond is trying to be a
And
pain.
play.
I'm
Great game.
No.
Needs more stringy hair.
I'm getting a real Ring vibe here. I'm not liking this.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Chrysara is going to take one of her hand axes. She is going to pop out from under the bench and immediately throw her hand axe.
Alright, so you hurl your hand axe. Make me an attack, please.
That is a 12. Yeah, that's a 12.
So this hand axe is whirling over, and it hits. A 12 will hit as this dripping finger.
Okay, it's 1d6 plus 2. It's a 5, 6, 7. So 7 damage.
Alright, 7 damage. So this thing is still crawling up, coming towards you. Now with this hand axe wedged solidly into it.
Gross.
And you see it reach and close its grip on the hand axe haft of the hand axe. And if that's everything, that brings us to Adair.
I'm going to scroll back up here so I'm on the map. There we go.
It's challenges.
All right. As a bonus action, Adair is going to reach down and pick up 3 pebbles or small items of similar weight and cast Magic Stone on them. And then he's going to take one and he is going to throw it at this one here on the boat that has the hand axe.
So, throwing it. Is that's dexterity, yes?
Good question. Mine
Well,
just
say for
shows
now
a
it is.
+6. Mine shows that because it's magic, it says it's a +6 to hit.
Oh,
so
Yeah, go for it.
that
we'll
would
sort
be
it
a
out.
6. That would be a 16.
16 will hit. I'm going to say, argue in the comments if you don't agree.
I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you what it says.
I'm telling the people to that side or that side.
And that is going to be 10 bludgeoning damage.
So this, as it reaches towards the axe in it, as this stone knocks it, and you hear a loud splash as it tips backwards off the boat. Dead, but also sadly carrying Chrysara's hand axe with it.
Dude, not cool.
Hey, Torvald! I killed something!
Good job, Adair. Chrysara, I'll get you another hand axe. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Okay, so as that one topples backwards off the boat, Aldous, you feel a cold hand closing around your ankle. And I need you to please make me... This is a grapple, so that's athletics or acrobatics to try and escape as this creature closes its grip around your ankle.
That will be proficiency adds 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna use athletics. That's a 10 plus a total of 3, so 13.
You feel yourself being pulled down beneath the surface of the water.
Oh God.
This cold, clammy hand grips down, and you see the surface of the water disappearing above you as you're pulled down underneath the water. And as this happens, this one is making a beeline towards the boat. So it swims through the water, and then it's going to use the rest of its action. It's going to use its action to move and to climb up. And you see where one fell off the side. 2 hands. This creature pulls itself up. This one, free of hand axe. It looks round, tips its head to Chrysara, goes, "Come and play. Come and play." And that
Bit too old to play.
And that brings us round to Aldous. It's your turn.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to point at the one that's got my leg. And I'm going to use what little breath I have, because I think I just got pulled under the water. And I'm going to point at it, and I'm going to say, "Go away!" And I'm going to hit it with Eldritch Blast.
All right. What does your Eldritch Blast look like, Aldous? This is the first time you come across this one.
So mine is going to look like it's kind of like a sparkly grain. And it's kind of like swirlies, and that's what it's going to look like.
this swirling green, sparkling energy.
Yeah.
Strikes towards the creature. What was that to hit?
That was a 10 plus 6, so a 16.
And it hits this forceful blow striking towards it. And what's the damage?
3.
All right, well, it's still got a grip on you, and it's still holding you down. But now, as it opens its mouth full of those tiny little needle-like teeth, and go up towards you.
I still have some. I still have my action, right? Or
That's your action. Eldritch Blast is your action.
Eldritch Blast. Okay. Am I able to still try to swim to the surface?
You can. You're currently grappled, so you have no movements. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't work anyway.
You can use an action to try and break the grapple.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Torvald. What would you like to do about the situation?
Not another one. I've got a game you can play. It's called Close Your Ears. And I'm gonna run over. Torvald's gonna close the gap, run right up next to it, and a bolt of lightning is gonna come right down near its side of its head as I toll the dead.
All right. That is a 6. So
That will definitely not pass.
no.
7 necrotic damage.
You don't want to play.
I told you to plug your ears. You didn't play the game very well, did you?
Well, take your ears and wear them as necklaces.
Oh, why don't you give it a try? I'd like to see that.
All right, Ira, as you wading into the waters, it's your turn.
I'd actually like to.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. I'd like to move away.
All right, you're stepping back away from it. It is going to take an attack of opportunity, and it's lunges forwards, and it's going to try and take a chunk out of you with its nasty little teeth. That is a 14.
Can I purposely leave my hand out for it to? What is it? Biting?
It's trying to bite you. Yeah.
Can I just leave my hand out there it's to let it bite me?
You can't. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna just let it bite me.
So you feel its little teeth sinking into you, and you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
Its little tiny teeth sink into you, and an additional 2 points, perhaps half for you actually, of poison damage.
No, I am resistant, so it'd just be 1.
Yeah, 1.
And then as that happens, lightning surges through my armor towards it, and it has to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
That is a 17. It is quite dexterous.
That will
Today.
pass, but it's still going to take half damage. So that's going to be 5. 5
All
lightning
right.
damage.
5 lightning damage. And you sparks of lightning sort of scattering across its damp skin. It's not dead. Well, not any more dead. It's definitely angry.
It doesn't look like you like my games.
Calm down. And now it's Iris' turn.
Cool. So let's see. Can I see Aldous at this point? No, she's behind a
There's
boat.
a boat in the way. Yeah, she's behind the boat.
Great. All right. Well, I'm going to continue making my way towards where I believe the sound was. Which I'm gonna I would say I'm probably about right here at this point then. 5, 10, 15. Yes,
Yep.
here I am.
And you can see down on the bed of the lake ahead of you. I'll put them on the map because I realized you can see 3 figures bound up sort of in the weed and sort of growth at the bottom of the lake. You can see 3 figures of the 3 warriors who were dragged down underwater, tangled up.
Are they dead?
From this distance, it's hard to tell. But you think maybe you thought came some bubbles rising from one of them, kind of in the flick of movement, maybe.
Interesting. Okay. I am going to use my action this turn to do my divine, whatever, channel divinity. And I'm going to do
Whatever.
They're all divine. I'm gonna channel divinity and do the sacred weapon.
Okay. All right.
And that's my action.
All right. That brings us round to Chrysara up on the boat.
Zara is going to charge this little guy right here. And she's going to smack it with her warhammer. Maul, actually.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
Roll to hit.
In case
That's a
people
9.
don't. Sorry.
What's it? 9? It does.
Gross.
And is that everything?
She's gonna jump back to stay far enough away from it so it doesn't try to attack me.
It's already used its reaction, so it can't take an attack of opportunity against you.
Good.
In case people don't know, my channel divinity, my sword is now glowing. So it's emitting bright light for 20 feet, dim light for 20 feet beyond that. I don't know how the water will affect that, but
So basically, you can see this whole area of the lake is now just glowing.
yes,
But-
I have created a beacon.
Of Ira's blade. And Adair, it's your turn.
All right. Taking a quick look and having seen Torvald oddly stick his hand out and get bit, what kind of condition does he appear to be in? Does he look in dire condition or just his usual grumpy, half-beaten self?
He looks about like, half as healthy as he normally would be.
All right. With that, Adair is going to... I obviously do not have control of my token.
Oh no, I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I know what I did now. I think I gave control of your token to Bova and control of Bova's token to you.
I mean, I can control my token.
I think.
I've got mine now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, like 2 guys in a group. You're gonna mix them up. They all look the same.
Yeah, especially
Yeah, the
beards.
same beard. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put my hands forward and say to Torvald, step into the badger. And next to him, a small glowing badger is going to appear on the deck of the boat.
Oh. I see what you
And
did
that
there.
is and it's a healing spirit.
Is that in his space or no? It's next to him. Wait, I've got the perfect thing.
Chrysara, you can too if you need to. And that's going to be
into
it for me
a badger.
this time.
All right, which brings us to the creature as it scrambles step forward towards Chrysara. Come on. And it's going to try and slash out at you with its claws first. I don't think that's gonna hit. No, that's an 8.
Yep.
So as a backup, it's gonna try and bite you.
Stop that.
That 20. I can tell.
That's
Yes.
No.
Her evil expression.
No normal expression. Don't be rude. All
No,
right.
that was not a normal expression.
So you feel these lines of sharp little fish pointy teeth sink into your flesh, and you take 5 points of piercing damage and 7 points of poison damage as you feel this venom, this sinking into your veins. You see this sort of blue-green sort of blisters around where the teeth sunk in as it draws back. And as that's going on, this one here can't really slash its claws, but is going to try and bite into Albus's leg.
Wait, but I'm wearing boots.
Let's see if the armor works. As it tries to hold you down and bite into your leg. I think your boots work.
Yay! Oh,
I got,
just
like,
safe.
mouth imprint onto your boots.
I need new boots.
And that brings us around to your turn, Aldous.
All right. I'm going to try to break her hold on me.
All right.
By I wanna kick her in the face, square in between the eyes.
So, for the sake of the rolls, make athletics or acrobatics to try and like kick and free yourself, whichever one you prefer.
19 plus 3, so that's a 22.
You are free, and it rears back and it lets go of you in surprise as you kick it in the face, and you're able to break free.
And I go up to this, however many feet that is.
You make like the 10 feet up to the surface. Breathing the clear air, and you can see the boat still there drifting. And that brings us round to Torvald.
All right. I am going to do what my buddy said and run over to the badger.
Alright.
Embrace the badger.
I'm going
Embrace
to
the badger.
gonna run in. It's 1d6 healing, right?
Plus my nope, just 1d6, yeah.
And sweet. All one healing.
I tried.
Magic of the badger.
And then I'll call down another bolt of lightning next to this here creature's head and say, let's try another round. Cover your ears this time.
It did not cover its ears, I don't think. That's a 12.
All right. It's going to take 5 necrotic damage.
And you watch as it sort of too late as this lightning bolt, it starts to raise its hands towards its ears and then collapses down limply onto the deck.
Well, you're not a very good listener.
And I believe it brings us to Ira, top of the round.
You got this.
I am going to. You've got. I'm just slowly moving my way through the water. That's mostly what my turns are. I am going to go on over here and try to. I guess before cutting or anything, investigate like check if they're alive, if what's going on.
Make me a medicine check, please.
Ooh, yes. Can do. Medicine check is a 11.
So the nearest one to you, which is one of the Erics, does appear to be alive. Well, the other two look like they're most likely dead.
Got it. And then would that medicine check take a full action, or would I still be able to potentially?
Yeah, you've still got an action. I'll be
Yay!
nice.
Wow, tis being nice. I will. That came off so hard. I was genuinely happy and excited about it. She takes it back.
Never mind. It's all your actions for the rest of the combat.
I'm going to very carefully try to cut him free.
Okay, so you go to saw through. I mean, it's just held in place by this tangle and matting of. I keep forgetting the word. I keep wanting to say seaweed, but it's not the sea. So like lakeweed. Weed. You don't need to roll to hit, but just roll me the damage and what that'd be if it was an attack that hits.
Sure. That's going to be.
Let's see.
Where is she? There it is. That would be a 10.
All right, that is enough. You meant to shear through the lakeweed, and he is free. Still, like, starts struggling a little.
Oh, whoops!
Not in a good condition, but he's trying to make his way up to the surface.
And then I guess this is just like a technical question, but so I don't need to breathe, but do I like breathe anyway? Like if I were to like do CPR, is that something I could do?
You
like
currently don't. I mean, you're holding your breath indefinitely. I guess you don't need to breathe. You've probably got like one breath in your lungs.
Okay.
Maybe
so
a
like
little more than one breath, based on the fact a little of it's made of air.
So if I needed to like blow into like give someone air, I could.
Say, I mean,
limitedly.
Your thing.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, Air Genasi can breathe. They just don't have to.
Cool.
Yeah, it's more the fact that there's a limited amount of air.
Yeah, I will run out of air. Yeah, of course. Okay.
All right. That brings us to Chrysara.
Chrysara is definitely going to jump into the badger. And she literally just jumps into it. Oh, thank God, that's a 6.
The healing badger.
The healing badger saved me. I need to get back to. I'll add this. It's 5 or 6. Okay, so I'm not not completely dead. Yay, magical badger. And so our nearest enemy is completely in the water, right?
Yes.
Okay. There isn't.
So currently you've seen Aldous just break the surface of the water, and you can see bubbles and stuff rising up as seconds later, one of the Erics comes sputtering to the surface.
Chrysara's gonna go to the edge of the ship to try to jump to the next ship and see if I can grab poor Aldous or somebody.
All right. How big's the gap? I mean, it's not very big. They're practically touching at the point where these two ships have come to like drifted and rested up against each other. So I'll say there's no check involved. If you want, if you've got the movement, you can make the distance.
Okay, yeah. She can move, what, 30 feet? Yeah.
Yeah, just make it onto the back of the normal boat.
Okay. I'm sorry, magic flying ship. Whee! And she jumps. Right there. And that's all I've got at the moment.
All right. So that brings us to Adair.
Everything seems to be happening on the other side of the boat, so I don't know how much of this I would be able to pick up from where I'm at. So basically, I'm going to be, what do you need me to do, Torvald?
Quit badgering me. I'm
No,
just
no,
kidding. It's very helpful.
Keep badgering him.
Keep badgering him. With that, I'm going to take the badger and move it in front of him.
There's a badger floats past you.
Just take the health, my friend.
The
I'm
badger
not
floats.
really sure how this is working, but it's working.
I'll explain it to you when you're older.
At this point,
Torvald's like 3 times older than Adair, at least.
the remaining fish person, the one that...
And I'll
sorry.
and I'll explain it to you when you're taller.
Oh. And I'm already 3 times taller than Torvald. Yeah, I get it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So the fish person that's Aldous kicked in the head sort of takes down the water, looks up and around, and then turns and starts to swim away. Back down into the depths of the lake. Down. And Aldous, as it swims away, it is technically your turn now. Here.
No, I'm not gonna do anything towards that. I guess I'm going to. Did I see the Eric's and Dave under the water?
You can see them there nearby. They're bound up in the lake weed, entangled there.
All right, I'm going to swim over to the closest one and try to cut them free. I think Dave, I guess.
Go for Dave.
Yeah, I'll go for Dave. I'll try to save Dave.
All right, and
They're dead.
what are you trying to cut him free with? What have you got on you?
I have my hand axe on my belt, and I think I have a dagger in my boot and another dagger on my belt. So, the
Word.
dagger? I'll use the dagger.
All right, so you're able to, because it's stationary. I'll say you can hit whatever this is, but roll me the damage on it. See if you can actually break through. I'll check this later.
That's a 1d4 plus 1. 2 damage. It's a slow process.
Yeah, it's a slow process. Yeah, Dave seems quite well entangled in this, and also not moving. Which brings us back to Torvald.
All right.
No sign of any fish people, but no sign of Ira or Aldous currently either.
I can't see Ira.
Ira's at the bottom of the water.
All right. I'm gonna
Walked there.
I'm gonna run through the badger again. And get another 1.
Hopefully
Slow
you'll do a
and
little better.
Are you sure this isn't a tortoise? Slow and steady wins the race or something.
Blub, 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 blub.
And then I will I'm gonna attempt to throw a rope. Oh no, actually I can't see her. I'm just gonna try to jump in and get over to her if I can.
Okay, you've got half movement in the water, but yeah, you can all jump in.
I'm glowing. You know where to go.
Yeah, you can see this glowing water now.
Yes.
You can see them there. At the heart of it is Ira with this glowing sword.
And I'd like to try to see if I can do anything with this guy. If I can revive him, do CPR or anything like that, or.
All right, so go to the nearest entangled guy because as Eric sort of is making a splashing swim towards the boat. This Eric, make me a medicine check, please.
Okay. 20. Dirty 20.
Able to he is just about alive, and with like the breath in your lungs, you can just give him that little bit more air to help him hold on a little bit longer, but he's still sort of currently tangled up and held secured at the bottom of the lake.
All right. Was that an action to do the
yes
check? Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
So you
turn
can keep him going just a little bit longer, and Ira, it's your turn. Torvald has joined the lake party.
Wow. Okay. I'm so glad we're all here. I don't particularly know what to do. Is there a threat still?
No, we are only in initiative still for one reason, and that reason's name
Is Dave.
Eric. Dave and Eric.
Yeah,
Eric and Dave.
Great.
Derek.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and cut this one free.
Not very Derek.
All right, you're freeing the other Eric.
Yes.
Okay, so roll me the damage on trying to basically. Can you get through in one hit or not?
5.
Well, you have your bonus stuff, right? Doesn't
Yes.
your shiny weapon give you extra stuff?
That's just a +2 to attack roll.
Oh, okay.
It's not for damage, so. So then that would be 5.
You're about half the way through,
Ugh. Okay.
and this guy is.
Pretty sure he's dead, right?
This one you're near. This is the one Torvald has just been helping cling to life.
I thought he was dead.
All right.
Ah.
As this is all going on, Krasara.
Sarah is going to take off her maul so I don't drown. She's going to set it up against the edge of the ship.
Don't go down there. There's monsters down there. As the other Eric was sort of scrambling up towards the boat beside you.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. She's going to reach over and grab him and yank him into the boat.
Don't go down there.
Yes. If she takes a running jump, where'd she go? She
Underneath the
disappeared.
token.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
It's like she's gone.
Peekaboo.
I was like, what the? I knew it. Tis was after me. She's
There you go.
she's gonna
I'm
take
sorry.
she's gonna take a running jump and leap into the water to try to get to where this dude is right here. I don't know if it's pinging or not. Next to yeah, a little further. Yeah.
So just dive off the boat.
Pretty much, yeah. She's gonna go try to rescue so people don't die.
You know, make me an athletics check for diving style and just diving.
Oh, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be. I mean, there's not even gonna be any splash when she hits the water.
What, you threw your maul in
that's
first?
No, it's still on the ship. I'll never get that back if I throw it in. It's like, that's my baby.
You can always
and
ask
axe is
Ira.
one thing. It's a 14.
Pretty good. So the rest of you down sort of in the water you see as Krasara joins.
Now go, wee.
Please tell me you do a Tarzan yell before you go off the edge.
She goes, cannonball! No. She just jumps in.
Alright, Adair, you're just off on the bank, like...
Realizing that he's dry, but all his friends seem to be under the water on the other side of a boat, from what he can tell, he's going to drop off the top of his furs and swim out to the first boat and climb aboard.
Oh.
Which will be just like at the edge, I think, of his movement capability.
Yeah.
So,
You leave your furs on the bank and take a little swim.
yeah. Do I need to roll for it?
I mean, it's not far. Can I dare
I agree.
swim?
Yes. He just
Then
doesn't
no.
like. Yeah.
You're not wearing any heavy armor
No, I'm not.
or carrying a maul.
Or
No,
wearing
no.
a skirt.
Other ridiculous swimming things.
He may be in a kilt. You never know. But right now, I think he's all right.
I'll say, in these shallow waters, you can make it as far as the boat.
Okay.
Well, enough accident drownings already.
From there, does he have visibility to where everybody else would be in the water?
From up on the boats.
Yeah, I think I'd be right. Yeah, right about there. Would I have visibility to where I can tell where they are?
You can see across the surface of the water that is turning bubbles in this glowing light. This beacon of glowing light that surrounds.
Well,
Ira.
with that, then as a bonus on my turn here, I'm going to move the glowing badger of health out into the water down to where they're at. And it won't let me move the badger, so you'll have to do that.
Pink, show me where we'd like to put the badger, and I'll put the badger there.
5, 10, 15, 20. Let's put him right there.
So you watch as through the water just floats this.
Perfect.
This spectral and yet somehow startled looking badger.
Hurry up, he doesn't have much time left.
And brings us to Aldous.
I'm still trying to cut my Mr. Dave loose. So again, using the same. Oops! I dropped my die. Using the same dagger.
All right, make me see that's how much of that weed you can cut through.
4.
So it's 4 last time and 4 this time.
It was 2 last time and 4 this time.
Okay, he's still there and he's not moving. And Torvald.
I'm gonna do another attempt to revive him.
All right. I mean, you've only got so much like air in your lungs, and like
I'm not able to breathe.
you're
You're
underwater.
underwater.
Are you going up and then down again, or?
Oh, he's underwater still.
Yeah, he's underwater. He's still tangled up and held down.
I thought he was there. Okay.
No, they're still underwater.
Okay, I thought he was above the water. I'm like, I feel like I'd be able to breathe. Okay, so Torvald's gonna take his axe out and swing it right where Ira's been swinging at.
All right, let's see. What's the damage on that?
Damage. Don't normally use my axe. That's gonna be a 0. 0 damage.
It's very hard to hit Lakeweed underwater with enough force to actually. It just kind of bends a bit, and like drags him back and forth a little.
Stop moving it.
And Ira, it's your turn.
0 damage, huh? All right. I'm gonna see that and try to find a way to save face for Torvald, like let him win. I'll just strike at it. But I'm gonna look at him as if he was the one that did most of the work, just because I feel bad.
All right.
So that'll be for damage. That is a 6.
So he floats free. He's no longer bound to the bottom of the thing. He is now free floating and movable. And as he's no longer bound, and as you leaving him there, or
I can try to like grab him, push him up.
push him upwards towards the surface. He floats up towards the surface, sort of clinging to consciousness. And Krasara.
Sara's I'm going to swim through the magic badger and then go and grab the guy and try to push him back to the ship and get him out of the water.
Alright, so you're able to push him up back towards the ship. And at this point, I'm going to drop initiative order. Because you have rescued the person whose life is in peril. And Dave is dead.
Did we rescue the goat?
There was no goat.
Oh.
Just another person.
I just heard
in there.
Eric, and I was like, did we save him?
No,
I thought it was saving a goat.
That was Tis just grabbing generic Viking names because she didn't want to make up names. So she named
Oh,
Dave,
okay.
Eric,
I thought
and
I was
Eric.
saving a goat, so we didn't save a goat.
No, I'm sorry.
That kind of breaks my heart.
I didn't have my list of Viking names open, and my brain was just going Eric over and over again.
Yeah, I'm going to
You
continue
mean Eric up to the surface? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to still get Dave loose and then bring him up.
So you drag
So-
Dave's body up. And I'll say with some sort of spluttering and splashing and coughing, you're able to, extract yourselves from the water. It's bitterly cold. You're all now currently drenched to the skin.
I need new boots.
So everyone has risen to the surface?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stay down and walk to the shore. I'd rather walk.
Yeah, don't
see
leave your armor behind.
this slow sort of through the water surface is
I've done it. I've succeeded. And the glow, I think I'm still glowing probably a little bit. So it's
yeah.
You're the first one to the fire.
fascinating.
Ira,
Yes.
you're glowing.
Yes. It's my sword.
Oh, that too.
Oh.
Ugh, I think I need a nap.
Let's try to get everyone near the fire.
Yes. We'll all sleep next to the fire and dry off.
Alright, I mean, it's still only, nightfall's not here yet. As you gather round the warmth of Adair's lovely,
Wait,
beautiful...
did we not tie up the boats to the dock?
I mean, the boats are currently they've drifted up to a rest against the shore.
They're hanging out.
Okay.
And you see Eric and Bjark staring down at Dave's body going, this is shame. Terrible shame. Who knew the lake was haunted?
There's stories about it.
There's stories about everything, though.
It has to be the strangest day.
Yeah.
It's sort of-
So much has happened today. I think let's go eat and then just go to sleep.
Where can
I
you
need-
get food from?
In the town.
There's fish
And
people.
There's one just
Gross.
fish. You think in the water.
Are any of the fish people still in the boat?
There's one on the boat, yes.
I'm gonna
Like this-
I'm gonna call Sindri. Sindri!
Oh no.
Sindri, there's a fish person here. I say that out loud.
Pads up to the shore. Looks the gap between the shore and the boat for a few minutes, sort of measuring up the distance. And you hear in your mind, Aldous, bring it to me. I don't want to get wet.
Okay. I am going to go onto the boat and bring the fish person back to the cat.
The body sort of flops down. It's pale, clammy white skin. There's like the tracery of gills along its neck. It's haul it up on the shore. And then Sindri goes, "Thank you, Eldis. I think this might count for 2 fish."
I do not like.
Enjoy. I will find you later, and I will get you more fish later.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Tastes a bit weird. And as
Tastes a bit weird.
Aldous is familiar, just take a little delicate nibble on the corpse of this fish creature.
Oh, so
And the rest of you, it is. I'm not going any further with that one. It's like, no. I'm pretty sure with it.
Hey, Torvald, did you check Dave's pockets yet?
Why would I check Dave's pockets?
he's dead.
I thought it was tradition.
What is
Maybe
the
him?
bastards that raided us? Yes. I'll check their pockets.
Oh God.
Torvald,
Yes.
how was the ship?
Well, didn't go quite according to plan.
But how did it feel? How did you do? You seemed to do fine. I mean, I fell off, but that's, collateral.
I'm sorry about that. It
It's
felt
okay.
alright at the
It's not your
beginning,
fault.
and then it felt alright, and then I lost control. So I'm not really sure what happened.
Yeah, I think it's just I'm gonna have to bond with it, and I think all of us could have potentially try it out.
Well, we'll try it together. No more doing it on your own, alright?
Of course.
We need to get some oars for that boat. Just in case.
I don't know if it'll DM, with my knowledge of having driven it a couple of times, would I know if it would even be able to be oared? Is there a resistance to being manually moved?
You could move it with oars. Whether it
Okay.
would like it or not is another matter, but you could move it.
Okay, but it wouldn't. There's not a magical resistance to that.
No.
or anything.
No.
Right.
It's not set up for oars, but you could.
You
in
can
theory,
still
yeah.
use it.
Cool.
The most important
It's
thing
not
is
it's not an ordinary ship.
Wow. All right, end of stream. See y'all later.
bye. We're all going home now.
We're ending an hour early. Sorry. Gotta go.
Well, the important thing is Torvald is the only one that fell off the ship, so there's that. Or Ira is the only one that fell off, so there's that.
Well, what about Dave?
Dave and both Erics
Dave?
fell off the ship too.
Well, of our party.
You know, of the people we care about.
Exactly. I didn't fall off or anything, so that's important. But I'm going to go get to my mall while everyone is here. I don't want it to drift away with this boat.
All right.
Haul the boat further up on the shore.
Not taking
no.
a she's halfway down. I'm not taking any chances.
Alright, so you head back over to retrieve your maul. You are able to retrieve your maul with no further boat-related shenanigans.
When we found the flying boat,
I
this is the
sit in the
first thing
chair.
we thought that would happen. We'd be in the water for a whole session. That was exactly what we expected to happen.
It's definitely what I suspect. No, I did not expect it to happen. I should have learned my lesson by now. Is as soon as one person in a party falls into water, things spiral. It turns out, larger people wearing heavy armor and water, you have a mix.
It's very fun. Very good. Very fun.
But
Well, I, for one, could use a rest.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
beat.
I'm gonna warm up by the fire just a little bit.
What is
before, I head back into town.
Remind me what the goal is for this boat. Chris,
Well-
you were wanting the boat. I mean, where do you want to go?
We're everywhere. We can go anywhere now. I
Wait,
have a couple of
Can
thoughts.
I go with you?
I mean, I know Aldous and I don't mind being separated from our home, and I assume Adair doesn't either, since he's not from here. But Torvald and Chrysara, this is where you're from. Do you want to leave?
Well, this isn't exactly where I'm from. It's my home, but I wasn't born here.
Well, we need to go north to check out where the raiders came from. And because they have some sort of a bargain with these people that have the boats.
Where'd the girl who was their translator, where'd she go?
They headed back to town.
Yeah, she's just been in town.
No sign of her.
You should probably find her and get more information.
Yes. Adair, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
You probably remember this, hopefully. The ship in your dreams. What did it look like? The one frozen in ice?
So the ship that was frozen in ice. Adair, you've seen your dreams, and Chrysara, you've seen sort of glimpses of secondhand when you were reading Adair's mind. Was larger than the one you have. This long 3-masted vessel, sort of tipped up, half buried in ice, frost hanging from the upper parts of it, and the rest buried in the ice. Not your ship.
Larger, Chrysara. Much, much larger than your ship. You'd be envious of this ship, even though you now have your own.
Well, co-own, because I can't fly it, and I was really getting the hang of this, so I will share this one. I will continue my hunt for my own. But
she will navigate.
Yeah,
I
navigate.
can navigate.
Wait, we're gonna have a fleet?
Oh, yes.
Well,
I'm not finished. This boat is a little strange. I can't say that I've ever flown
DM goes.
before.
So
the larger ship, assuming we all survive, I'll take that one.
Chrysara, you do remember the other part of the dream with your sister. Doesn't the chair on the deck of that ship look familiar to you?
The ship that we have? Unfortunately, it does look rather familiar. That's why I asked.
Just making sure you hadn't forgotten.
Is it the same?
It's the same.
Similar.
There
are
it's
differences, but
Amalia does not.
Not same object.
Would Amalia be coming with us?
Yes,
No.
but she does not touch. Well, no, not to the north. But she is never to touch the ship.
I told Calder to take her to my home.
Good. She doesn't come back. She doesn't get on this. No. The only thing we can do to keep that from happening is to keep her away.
If we're going to be traveling long distances, I mean, currently we have no sleeping quarters or storage area or anything, so we'd probably need to do quite a bit of work to make this a vessel for long journeys.
Our raiders can handle a ship like this for long periods of time. They've been gone for moons.
We typically store all of our provisions underneath the seats.
We sleep under the stars.
I suppose I'm just used to the cushiness of a trading ship. I will get used to this.
We'll make sure we have a lot of blankets. Oiled ones, too. Oiled ones to keep any bad weather off.
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll make sure you stay warm at night.
And dry.
Got it.
Torvald, I know that the sigil of your enemies rides on the sails. I doubt you want to travel under that sign.
Well, not on this one. It's on the other one.
On the other one. Not on the magic ship, on the ordinary ship.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you like us to destroy that? Or do you have another purpose for it?
We should keep the ship, but
Well,
Erase
yes,
all
I
signs
mean-
of the raiders.
I
We
mean
might
the
have.
sails, because Torvald, it seemed to offend you greatly, my friend.
I wonder if we can use that to our advantage, though. Make them have a false sense of security because they think it's their own. That's
I
a
was
good
thinking the
idea,
same.
Dare.
Well, it wasn't my idea, but it is a good idea.
So what are
Well,
we
you helped
naming
me
the
think of
boat?
it, so I'm going to give you credit for that one.
Has anyone thought of a name for the boat yet? Or
Yes.
We're going to call it Cloud Maiden.
okay.
If that's okay with everyone. We talked about it earlier, but I didn't want to decide on it until y'all talked about it.
I like it. I mean, the silvery wood kind of could be clouds just before they darken for a storm.
Yes.
So, Adair's going to move around so that Ira is standing between him and the fire. And then he's going to call Torvald and Chrysara and Aldous over to look. And, in the silhouette of Ira standing there between the fire, just the blackened silhouette. What do you think of that for a sigil?
Aww.
I think it's perfect for this ship.
Mm.
You're putting Ira on it. Like,
We could
What are you guys looking at?
I think it looks perfect.
The new sigil for the ship. You weren't exactly treated well, so when we first arrived, so it's the least we can do.
Okay. I've never been a sigil before.
all right. I can see
Or we could do a
about-
glowing badger.
Oh. Oh, scratch all previous plans.
I cannot get paint to glow. Not permanently.
Maybe a little phosphorescence around the edges. Maybe we can get it to stay.
Maybe. But
Well-
let's go get dry and warm and food.
Stock
Right.
up.
And sleep.
Yes, sleep.
We
sleep,
should
sleep.
definitely turn in for the night.
so
Definitely.
you're heading back to the halls, to your respective homes and shelters to get a good night's sleep. Is there anything else you're attempting to do before getting a good night's sleep? I don't know, polishing your shoes, anything could spiral into a huge.
I am actually going to look for a new pair of boots because I have huge holes in one of mine.
Here, I have some fur-lined boots for you right here. Here.
Do they fit?
Don't go looking anywhere.
Do they fit?
They fit. I'm positive of it.
They might fit you.
Take a close look at them. No, I found them in the treasure chest or whatever.
I'm going to see if they will fit, I guess.
Surprisingly good fit, actually. It's a very snug pair of fur-lined boots.
Ooh,
Did
I like
the-
these. Thank
The
you.
winteriest of weathers.
All right.
No, can't tempt anyone out.
Mm-mm. Kasara can polish her maul wherever she is. She's
All right. So you make your way back. You settle down for a long night's rest.
Yay.
Long rest.
She's smiling too much.
rest. Yeah,
Now we're scared.
Make a perception check.
I'm not clicking that long rest button quite yet.
My passive perception is 19. She's smiling too much.
I just smile. Am I not allowed to be happy?
Yeah, I was about to say, Tis can just be
No.
a happy person.
No. DMs
I
can't
feel-
be happy.
I feel like TPKs make you happy, and that makes me nervous.
The earth is going to explode or something. And,
So, You drift off into sleep. And Aldous,
Oh, yes.
you drift down into sleep. You hear Sindri's voice. As if speaking to someone else, going, Yes, look, she told me to stop her wandering off. I was just doing as asked. Fine. And as you drift down into sleep, you find yourself seated in a rather lovely wooden-lined room. The walls are covered in these smooth oak panels. And in the center of this room, there is a table. And on top of this table, there sits a pot and cups. More delicate than any kind of cups that you tend to see day to day in Isfjell. For an outsider, I'd say the best way to describe this is a rather nice tea set. But I'm not sure how much tea drinking's really caught on in Isfjell, so there's a teapot and 2 cups. And on either side of this table, 2 empty chairs. And after a moment, you hear a voice behind you. Aldous, please, take a seat.
Thank you. I will walk over and take a seat.
And seemingly stepping out of the wood itself, you see a figure. But that's all you can really make out. Because every time you look away from them, so the details of what you just saw just seem to fuzz and blur in your mind. In that dreamlike way, and you know that there's a person there. But if anyone asks you to describe anything about that person, there's nothing concrete to make out, nothing solid to pin down. The figure is down in the chair opposite you, reaches out and takes a sip of tea and goes, I'm sorry we haven't had a chance to talk much lately. How have you been doing?
I've been doing pretty well. I've actually managed to get away from my home for a little bit.
Oh, that's lovely. That new spell, how's it been treating you?
It worked pretty well earlier today, actually.
Oh, splendid. And you're all right for spells? You don't need anything else right now? Let's focus on mastering what you have right now, I think.
Yeah, I can't think of anything I need right now.
Good. Remember, I'm always here if you need any help. Just to dream away. Okay, just ask Sindri, and I'm here to help you, Aldous. I'm here to look after you, make sure everything's fine. Tea?
Oh yes, thank you. And I will take one of the teacups that I have, and I'm gonna sip from it after I smell it.
It smells sort of soft floral fragrance. Sindri tells me you had a run-in with the Elefolk.
Were they the people all dressed in white?
Yes. A most obsessive people with their parties. Don't get me wrong, they held the most splendid parties when they do it properly. But they get a little bored when it's not high season and have a tendency to try and trick people in becoming their entertainment. I hope they didn't cause you too much trouble.
Well, we managed to get away from them. Chrysara actually kind of...
Chrysara, is she the angry one?
Yes, the angry one with the maul, the large hammer.
Yes. Huh. Yeah. Interesting
She
choice
was able to
of
convince
time.
them to let us go, but I think they're going to want us to come back.
Oh, I'll have a word with them. Don't worry about that.
Thank you.
I used to be on really good terms with their king. Now, I suppose I shouldn't keep you too long. I just thought I'd better check in. Make sure everything was fine.
Yes.
And as I said, I'm here to help.
Thank you. I will, if I need anything, I guess I'll tell Sindri.
Tell Sindri, or dream a little dream, or if neither of those work and you're stuck for time, look for me in the mirrors.
Mirrors.
Mirrors?
Okay.
And still water.
And still water. Okay.
A reflection is a gate.
I will remember that.
Off you go.
Thank you.
The dream flutters apart. And you find yourself waking either just before, just after, around a similar time as your companion, sort of stirring to wakefulness of a new day, a new dawn, and a successful long rest. Congratulations.
I was
You are-
holding just in case.
You outlived a difficult day and a very important day in the history of Isfjell.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, we did. Oh, bye.
Yes. And as a new day dawns over the town of Trellbro on the first day since alien invasion, what would you like to do? your next
Stock up. Stock up on supplies immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's shopping day.
Alright, it's shopping. Oh god, it's shopping day.
A classic D&D session.
Alright, so it is stocking up on supplies. I'm not going to go through it all in excruciating detail.
I want to know the name of every shopkeep.
I want to know the price of every single item in every single shop.
The first thing Torvald's going to do is go around and ask everyone for their armor to try to make repairs on it. Anyone that's wearing armor, which is I only think... I guess who's wearing armor?
I have armor.
Well, yeah. Anyone else? No? Okay.
No,
So I'll ask Ira if she needs any repairs on her
Don't believe
armor.
in armor.
Would I know that? I don't think I need any.
I mean, mine's leather, so I think I'm okay.
Not much I can do with that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, mine's leather too.
Yeah, I think my armor's fine. I suppose you could look it over and spiffy it up if you see the need to, but
I'll bring it into Scarred and just see if there's anything he can do.
sure.
Actually,
Being
Torvald.
not in my armor is gonna freak me out.
Torvald, can I see that orb? It's in your bag.
Oh, right. Here it is.
Thank you. I'm gonna sit down and play with it a little, see what happens
Okay.
while they're shopping.
Torvald, how much would it cost to replace Chrysara's axe?
Oh. Shouldn't cost very much at all. I'm sure we have some in the smithy.
Right,
Yeah.
well,
I mean, a hand axe. What's that? It's only about 5 gold pieces for a hand axe.
Yeah. I'll go with you and let you pick one out because you're the expert, and I feel responsible for her losing her axe, and I don't want her to hit me when I sleep.
That's all right. I'll bring one back to you, and you can give it to her. So I'm gonna head over to the forge.
Alright, so Torvald's heading to the forge. Aldous is playing with the magical orb.
Oh dear.
Chrysara, you're going shopping for supplies. Ira and Adair, where did you want to head?
I think I'd go with Torvald since he's checking my armor out. It'll freak me out if I don't have it.
How is the town's food supply after being raided and things burned?
Pretty good, because this raid most raids are focused on targeting the food supply and trying to get livestock. This raid seems more to be targeted on getting people.
It was a slave raid.
And there's still a stocked cellar underneath the Great Hall, and under most houses, it's autumn, so the harvest's been brought in, and everything is stockpiled ready for the winter.
And if we have to, I mean, we could go to my family and get more food there too. I mean, they're farmers and hunters, so.
How far is your home from here?
Oh, it's 2 days walk that way. But we have a boat. And it's right off the water.
That's okay. I think I'd walk if I was going to do that. So, I'm just thinking we should check on Chrysara's sister and your brother at some point. Like maybe send your cat or something. But it's going to be 4 days total. I don't know if it's worth it. So.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to connect with Sindri, and I'm going to. Is Sindri even in the room?
Unless you sent Sindri off somewhere.
No.
Assume Sindri just kind of follows you round.
Okay, yeah.
Sits there very boredly watching you.
Hey, Sindri, do you know if Calder and Amalia headed towards our home?
I'm not psychic. I don't know everything.
I know, but it doesn't hurt to ask if you saw them or anything.
I didn't see them. There was a lot going on.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn back to Adair. We can always, in a couple of days, check in on my home and see if they made it.
Okay.
So, Torvald and Ira, you head over to the forge. You see Scarred there, sort of currently in the midst of berating his rather useless apprentice, whose name I've temporarily forgotten, but I did know. I'm sure it was a brilliant name.
It's probably
Solvik.
Gorm. Probably Gorm.
Solvik. His name was Solvik. So,
Yes.
come on, lad. You can do a better job than that. Like, come on. Start again. The fault like that is going to go through the whole thing, and the next thing you know, it snaps. So right at the moment you need it most. Torvald.
Good morning, Scarred. How's it going?
All right. I've not got too far on doing anything with any of the stuff you spoke about. I mean,
That's all right. I just was bringing in Ira here's armor to see if there's anything we can do.
oh well, it's pretty good condition. I could knock a few dents out of it, give it a bit of a polish, perhaps fix that bit there, just coming a bit loose. But lovely set of armor.
And my shield too, if possible.
Oh yeah, I can get it looking lovely. I must say, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh yes, pleasure to meet you as well.
And if you could, just take some measurements, just in case something ever happens and we need to replace it. That's why we have it ready.
Measurements of the armor or measurements of...
For the
Yes.
armor.
I mean... Well, can I have my measuring string back?
Oh, right.
Did you measure what you need to measure?
Aye, I got it. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. I can have it done for you in a few hours.
Is that good with you, Ira?
I feel sure. Yeah, that'll be fine. I haven't been without my armor for a while. I don't really typically get it repaired since
I might give it a bit of a wash as well.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've not worn it as much. So I'll be okay.
All right. I just want to make sure it's in the best shape for you.
Yes, no, I appreciate it. It hasn't been repaired for years. I got it, gosh, I'd say like 5 years ago in Lettisborg, so...
Well, Scard will have it right as rain for you.
Wait.
Alright, so as you two head down to the forge, Chrysara off on a shopping expedition. Are you on your own?
Shopping! Yay!
Oh,
So
I
you
think
find-
she might be.
So the town's the closest like to a general store and a general shopping area in the town is run by a man named
Doug?
Eureka.
no, this person might come back to haunt me, so I'm giving them a proper name.
Dave 2.
Yeah, shopkeep number 1.
Name is Knut.
Knut! I love him.
Knut runs the general store. Knut and his wife, Helga. And as you see you approaching, you go, Chrysara. Pleasure to see you. What can I get you for? Was everything I sold you last time all fine? No problems? Nothing?
I've had no problems out of anything. Your merchandise is always the finest.
Good. What can I get for you this time?
I'm in the market for a few special items, as well as some basic supplies. We are planning an expedition, so I'm going to need the usual furs, oiled furs, rope, rations.
Yeah. How many people? How many days?
It's going to be, I suppose, just the 5 of us. Better make it at least a month worth of rations, just to be on the safe side.
Okay, well, that's gonna set you back a pretty penny. Month's worth of rations for 5 people. I could do that for about 50 gold.
Let's see. I don't know how much gold she has. Where's my gold? I'm gonna say she probably doesn't have quite that much. Perhaps we cut it back to about 2 weeks.
Well, 2 weeks. I'll give you that for about 25 gold pieces. How does that sound?
That sounds fair enough.
And what else do you say you wanted? Some rope and that, all those sorts of bits and bobs.
Yes, the furs, basic sailing supplies. I would like to purchase a couple of extra javelins, as I seem to be currently out.
Well, you have. I've got some. Scard give me the tips of them. They're best you'll get.
I'll take those.
Alright, well, all in, I can do you supplies, rope, furs, some oil for your keep your lights burning. All those little things you almost forget when you off on an expedition. The spare blankets, oiled blankets in case it rains. 40 gold pieces all in all.
I'm all right with that. There are a couple of other things that I need as well. I need... Both my friends have done quite a lot for us. Do you know where I can acquire... I don't know the woman this well, but I suppose most women do. Amalia... Well, Amalia would have no use for this, never mind, but I do need a mirror.
A mirror? I don't have
Perhaps
a...
small one?
Small one. Let me see. Don't really have a mirror as such. I had 3, and then the healer, Sloane, came and bought all the mirrors I had.
Well, that is rather annoying. Perhaps, do you know when you can get some more?
I mean, winter's coming, so we're not going to get new supplies through from Ulfborg very much till spring. So, 4 months.
That won't do. I'll find the healer and have a conversation, and perhaps I can get us a few. Also, we have a druid in our party. He's strange. I don't know him well, but he's kind and he's helpful. What do druids need? What would he consider a gift?
I mean, I've never known that many druids personally. Don't they just kind of live in trees? And
Well, this one lives in rafters occasionally. I think he fell out of one once.
Look, I had a cousin who travelled up past Nürnberg to the Hexog, and well, a strange bunch with all their cults and circles and all that. But I mean, they're quite keen on mistletoe.
Yeah, I'll take it. I don't know, maybe that'll work for him. I'll take some mistletoe.
I mean, I don't have any mistletoe. You asked what druids want.
You are... alright, just give me my items. I'll check some of the other shops.
I sell general supplies for the needs of your
This is a
day-to-day.
general supply.
Who needs mistletoe?
Apparently druids.
We don't have any druids. Apparently we only have one.
We have one. Fine. Hand me the items. I'll go and speak with the Earl.
I mean, it's gonna be 2 weeks rations. Like basically hand you a large, two large stacks.
She takes them both in one hand and just throws them over her shoulder. All right then. Thank you for your help. And I guess she's gonna go find the Earl for her special items.
Oh, okay. So, as Kasara heads off to the Earl, Adair, what were you up to whilst this was...
Just basically looking about the town. Nothing in particular to do. Just staying out of trouble for once.
Staying out of trouble. Aldous, are you getting into trouble? No, you are staying out of trouble.
Oh, I have the orb. I was looking at the orb and I was studying it. I know kind of what it does, but I don't know anything about it.
Right.
So I was just fiddling with it.
Make me an Arcana check. You're studying around, like twisting it this way and that. As you hold it, it seems to be sort of vibrating ever so subtly.
13?
Okay. You get the idea as you're studying that it needs power to activate it. It's currently sort of lacking a sort of power and energy of some magical form. And once activated, you feel it's a device of great power, but exactly what it does other than it will take you places.
Right. Would I have known about the so when I did the identify ritual the other day, would I have known about the needing a power source? Or
I mean, identify kind of tells you what it is, not necessarily everything about it, especially when it's an advice so strange and unfamiliar.
Okay. All right. I'll just keep fiddling with it, and
all right.
I'll think about what kind of magical power source it could use.
You fiddle it back and forth. It definitely always feels colder than the surrounding like air.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
And you said it has like rune-like markings
It's got
on
these,
it, right?
these little sort of markings, lines of almost dots and dashes and little lines marked around it faintly.
Almost like Morse code.
Yeah. Morse code meets Braille.
Okay, and I'm going to see if it's something that I can figure out, but it's probably not.
All right, make me an intelligence check. Straight intelligence.
4.
No. No. This means nothing to you.
All right. I'm gonna sit and look at it for some more, and then eventually I'm gonna get up and maybe go talk to Saga.
All right, so you seek out Saga the priestess. As Krasara, you arrive up at the main hall, where the Earl is busy in discussion with a couple of the other townspeople. Like, yeah, we'll get the house rebuilt come spring, but for now, I think our priority should be. Hi, Krasara.
Good morning.
Good morning.
She just
How's
drops her bags with a thump.
You packing for a journey?
Perhaps, if you got my ship.
I mean, from the reports I hear, you seem to have got yourself a ship.
Well, wasn't part of our agreement.
I can't conjure up a ship overnight.
I thought you went to the builders weeks ago.
I went to the builders, like, 2 days ago.
Thought you went a long time ago.
I went a long time ago and they said they were busy till 2 days ago. Sadly now the builders are a little busy repairing the recent raid damage.
Well, I may be too busy for my typical guard duties then.
I must say, we are very grateful for all your efforts in defending the town from the raiders. It was much appreciated, Krasara. It truly was.
Well, I'm into my personal protection of you, but that's fine.
Don't worry. That'll be fine. I don't need your personal protection of me around me all the time. That's what you've been doing.
Yes.
I thought you were just following me around with a maul to threaten me.
Well, I mean, there's that, but oh well. Listen, I need some items.
Ringer, yeah. What do you
need? I need items, and I'm having trouble procuring them. I need a mirror.
A mirror?
Yes, a small one.
You best ask my wife about that.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm sure you can help me out. I don't want to take your wife's items.
I had a mirror. And then the healer borrowed it.
Summon the healer. I need one of those mirrors. I need a badger.
I'm sorry?
I need a badger.
Quit badgering him. That's Adair's job.
I'm... Come on.
Olaf, can you find a badger for Krasara? We need a badger. Just don't find me a badger.
Badgers?
Yes.
We don't need no stinking
badgers.
I also need 2 more things. And the sooner you procure them for me, the sooner I'll leave you alone.
Yes?
I need 2 small necklaces that are identical. I need them to be of ships.
I am the Earl of Trellbro. I am not a jeweler, Krasara.
No, but you can find me these things.
I-
Thank you. So, I'll just wait over here in the corner until you've gotten them. Thanks.
Make me
So
an
then
intimidation check, please, Chrysara.
Oh, God, I dropped it. Please be on the good one. I dropped it on the floor, but it's an 18. Does that count? I'll re-roll it.
Prince, even across the internet, the key principles apply.
Okay, if the floor stands, it's an 18. But if that doesn't, an actual roll is a 13.
Right. Ships. Necklaces with ships. I've not got enough to do in my life right now. My town's been attacked by mysterious green beings, and she wants necklaces with ships.
I'm sorry. Were those the ones that I faced off by myself and stopped them from coming into the town until the rest of my friends arrived? The same ones that fought to defend your town?
Right. Okay. I'll get right on it.
Thank you. And she goes to the table. She sits down, leans the chair back, and throws her feet up onto the table. I'll wait here then.
Alright. So, Aldous, you arrive over at the house of Saga, priestess to Trellbro. You can hear her. Who's there? It's about
me.
time. Let's just keep putting more wood onto the finished burning. They should almost be done.
No, it's me, Aldous.
Ah, come in. From Aselfoot, yes?
Yes.
Ah.
What
What can I do for you?
I had a question. You know how yesterday I said that what was her name again? Christ was in town.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, don't let them trouble you too much. Like, the dead die, reapers come. The way of the world.
Well, I understand that. But when I asked her what she was doing, because I didn't know it was her at first, she said, "Oh, you can see me?" I was wondering if that's a thing.
Well, usually the only people who see them are, either those dedicated to Lord Grimm, like myself, or those due to die very soon. Do you have a particular connection to Lord Grimm? Master of the Raven?
No.
Well, I'm sure it's fine. Maybe you just got a touch of the sight or something.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go talk to Healer Sloan then. Thank you.
Oh, if you do see her, can you tell her I'd quite like my mirror back?
Why is she taking your mirror?
I don't know. She said she needed it for something.
Okay. I will do that for you. Thank you.
Yes. Exit scene. Alright, so Aldous, as you head over to Healer Sloan, Ira and Torvald, you'd finished it. Were you still at Scards when they left you?
Yes.
Alright. So you see Chrysara sort of crossing the town, hauling like large bags of goods, and you see Aldous go off to see the delightful priestess Saga. And Adair just
I'm wandering.
my mental image of Adair is just kind of just wondering, enjoying the day.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Adair.
Yes, Torvald.
Here's the Axios
So
tour.
formal.
Oh, thank you. Do I owe you anything for it?
Oh no, don't worry about it.
I won't then. No more pigs. You're good.
That reminds me, I should brew some more beer up.
That, my friend, sounds like a plan. Anything I can do to help?
No, I should be alright. Thank you.
All right. Well, with that, I will take the axe and hunt down Chrysara in a non-threatening manner. That's not illegal.
Like,
I'm armed.
All right, so
Chrysara!
run!
with your axe to hunt down Chrysara.
There's Johnny!
And you see Chrysara sat, well, I guess sat threateningly.
So I find her? Find her? Chrysara, in replacement for the one that I caused you to lose, our good friend Torvald had this produced for you.
Oh, it's most appreciated. Thank you. It will replace the one that I lost. If you're not doing anything, if you'd like to hang around, the Earl is in search of items that I was procuring for everyone.
Well, I can definitely help you sort through and, I guess, put this stuff away. Where are you going to store all this stuff?
Well, I can either just carry it, but I thought maybe we would put it on the ship and store most of it underneath the benches. I did get 2 weeks worth of rations for all of us. I couldn't afford much more than that, but
Well,
at least we have extra.
I insist on paying my way. I mean, let me help you with the cost of that.
I don't want to take your money, but I can't say that I would say no.
No. So, well, how 10 gold pieces?
Plenty.
So I will transfer 10 gold pieces to her.
All right, my bank transfer.
Yay!
Alright. So you pass over those 10 gold pieces. As this is going on, Aldous, you arrive at the house of Healer Sloane. Sort of nestled off towards the edge of Trellbro, next to this grove of trees, a little herb garden out front. Growing all manners of plants, both beneficial and poisonous. Small house.
I knock on the door to see if she's there.
There's no response.
I push the door open and peek it. If the door is open,
Door's not locked.
then I do that, yeah.
You swing in and you find yourself in this little central room of the house. Herbs hanging in bunches from the ceiling. A table with like large pestle and mortar out. A big wooden board with a chopping board for herbs. But most curiously, hanging on pieces of string from every rafter are mirrors. Small hand mirrors. There's one large, like, polished sheet of metal leant up against one wall, like a very shiny shield on the other. Basically, everywhere are mirrors and reflective metal surfaces just around around this hut.
Healer Sloane, are you here?
No response.
I step outside and circle around the back to see if she's in the back part of her garden.
No sign of her.
I go back inside and try to see what's going on. I mean, I see there's mirrors, but I'm gonna look around. I've been in there plenty of times.
Yeah, make me an investigation check. See if anything's out of place.
That's a 5.
Nothing. I mean, there's mirrors everywhere, but other than that, nothing's leaps out at you.
I am going to go stand outside and look around to see if I can figure out what direction she might have gone.
All right, make me a survival check to look for sort of tracks and trails.
So that's 15 plus 3, but that's proficiency. I guess a dirty 20?
You can see the normal, like, where she's come in her house and out her house, sort of laid over and over. There's no, like, there's just the tracks leading to her door from this road, round her garden, back and through.
Nothing.
Nothing. Leaps out as, like, leading off anywhere unusual.
I'm gonna go close her door and head back into town and see if I can find her there.
Alright, so as you head back into town, you hear shouting and yelling, and you see a pair of townspeople seem to be struggling with something in a sack, and you hear them, I don't know, you keep fighting! I don't know! You hold on to the legs. Like, I don't want the head end! No!
Yes.
And there are two, like, of the Earl's men who are carrying something struggling in a sack towards the Great Hall.
I'm just gonna look at them weird and then walk past them.
They head... and they burst through into the main hall. You heard, I don't know why the hell he wants a badger, but look!
Ah, Adair. That's your gift. You've been such a great help that I decided to procure you a pet. Since you seem to love badgers, and there's ghost badgers everywhere, I thought you'd love to have one of your own.
I don't quite know what to say, Chrysara.
Oh, it's all right. I thought you would like it.
Adair will walk over to the bag and, using his animal handling skills, attempt to calm the poor creature inside the bag before opening it.
First rule of Isfjell is you never make animal handling rolls because it always ends poorly.
Well, that would be a 15, so hopefully it won't be too poorly.
It calms down a bit, but you can still... There's a tense badger in this bag.
I'll take some food rations, some water. Look at the people who brought it in and say, you know it has your scent now. I'd highly advise you leave. and start untying the bag and kind of shake the bag a little bit as I do it.
This badger sort of looks out. And then it's going to make a run for it.
Oh, goodbye. See you later.
Break for freedom.
I'm going to look at Chrysara, and if she looks disappointed, then I'll go after the badger. Otherwise, I'm going to let it go.
Oh, she looks severely disappointed. That was your gift.
He goes after the badger.
She bullied the town leader to get that badger for you.
The badger sort of runs up against... Realizes it's run out of hook, hits the wall, turns back, looks to Adair. You can see in its eyes this expression of just help me.
Again, he's going to sit down and look it in the eyes, and you know, you have that same look on your face that my dear friend the goat once had. Poor Fireheart, God rest his soul. And try and calm him some more.
Alright, make me a second animal handling kick. The first was to not...
I'm just taunting fate at this point. Ooh, that's going to be a 17.
Oh.
Yes.
The badger sort of calms a little. Kind of sits there looking back and forth. Stares at you. Waits.
I'm going to stick out my hand with more food in it.
take some of the food.
All right, little fella. How big is this badger? Is it full grown? Okay.
Badger size.
It's okay, little fella. Trust me, we have a cat you can eat if it gets too bad.
Oh, God.
No.
Kasara's done a bad thing.
Oh no!
And he should, Adair's just going to take time and try to calm the creature as much as possible and befriend it as much as he can.
Okay, the badger, it's staying with you, but you sense it's more just... Everything else in today has been terrible so far, so it might as well just stick with you. It wanted to be sleeping, it's nocturnal, it doesn't know what's going on. This is not a very happy day. This is a traumatized badger. But, yes. As Adair nurses his traumatized badger, and Ira and Torvald, were you witness to all this?
I think so. Because we're just waiting on the armor to be done.
Yeah, the rest of the townspeople have momentarily, all the ones in the hall have just stopped whatever they're doing and just been staring of confusion. Just a shake of the head. just Aldous, outside, you see the great hall open again. Two of the guards that you saw previously with the bag just backing out, going, no. One of them clutching like his deep scratches on his arms.
Oopsie.
I think maybe we should just move to Sorlinsby. I think Sorlinsby is more normal.
Oh boy.
It's not more normal, I can tell you that.
You should see what's going on in there. Okay, so here's the gist of it. You know the tall, scary Denvarlen? The tall, scary one, not the sarcastic blind one. She told the Earl to send us find a badger to give to a guy who I don't think even wants a badger. And there's a blue girl, and
So blue girl.
leave town once you can. That's my recommendation.
I'm going to be leaving town with the blue girl and the tall, angry one, and
Well,
the rest of them.
We wish you the best of luck on wherever you go next.
We'll see how that goes.
Alright. So
Have you guys seen Healer Sloan?
No. Not since a couple of days back. She came around my Mars house asking if we had any mirrors.
Okay,
Right.
thanks.
Well, goodbye.
Bye.
And they hurry off onwards. Away, just away. That's their only current destination.
All right.
And as the badger settles down and calmed, I think we're going to be ending. The key goal of the session, a badger has been acquired. Whether the badger will be acquired is another matter.
We'll figure that out next week, right?
So, yes. Join us again at the same time next week for Isfjell. When? Will the boat finally take flight? Will they go wherever they want to go? Which, guys, for reference, you are going north, right?
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Might go
Amy's
south,
going.
might go east, might go west.
Any
I
of the
hate
cardinal
so
directions,
much.
really.
Which way does the DM think we're going to go?
Roll a die.
Yeah,
We've got a 4-sided die.
For a ship setting sail, I had a whole aerial combat thing planned. No, we're not.
We're going 4. We're going whatever direction 4 is.
Okay.
That's
Forward.
solid, I think.
We'll
We're
decide
going
next
forward.
week.
As I hear it, north/south/east/west.
Perfect.
Yeah, will their boats set sail? Will they find the origin of the raiders? Will they work out what the hell Healer Sloane wants with all the mirrors? Will they get the Badger counselling? And will the Earl finally have had enough of Kratzara's shit?
I'd like you to try to tell her.
Alright, so that's all from us tonight.